All right, we are now streaming live. We are on the record for Thursday afternoon's criminal docket, December 16, 2021. I'll start with quick announcements. Signify with a raise your hand reaction button. Mr. Alvarez, what number, sir?
Judge, I'm number 5, Lauren Ashley Bowles, CR 2009472I. That's an arraignment at the court's convenience, Judge. It's going to be a plea of not guilty to a DWI.
Ms. Bowles, Lauren Bowles.
She's here with me, Judge. I'm going to turn the camera to her right now.
Hello.
Okay, raise your right hand. Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Honor.
In CR 2009-472-I, State of Texas versus Lauren Bowles, is that your true and correct name, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
You're being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor that carries a potential penalty of 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $2,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand that range of punishment?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, Your Honor.
Counselor, is Ms. Bowles competent and able to assist you in her own defense?
She is, Your Honor.
All right, the court will enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf, and I'll allow the state to make their announcement.
Yes, Judge, this is a DWI first, traffic stop, drug DWI. In any event, the state respectfully requests a device.
Okay, Mr. Alvarez, any response?
Judge, I don't know what drug they're alleging that she had, but that's not going to be picked up by a device.
All right. So at this time, because it's a Class B misdemeanor, the court is not ordering that a mobile alcohol or any type of alcohol monitoring device be obtained by Ms. Bowles. And how much time are you requesting, counselor?
At the court's earliest convenience, we'd like the trial.
Okay, so you're asking for pretrial and trial dates. Come back on January the 20th at 9:30, and I'll be prepared to give them to you at that time.
Very good, Your Honor. Thank you. I have nothing further. May I be excused?
You certainly may. Okay, Mr. Attorney Moises Flores.
Good morning, good afternoon, Judge. I have number 4, number 22, Judge. Number 4 is William Bain.
Okay, and is Mr. Bain present?
Judge, I have not been able to locate Mr. Bain. He was appointed to me by the court, and I haven't been able to contact him. I called the bail bondsman, and nothing, Judge. I've made several attempts to get him. I think this case has been reset already twice, and I haven't been able to get a hold of him, Judge.
Okay, so do you know if he's even received notification that there's a setting for today?
I don't know, Judge. I know that what I saw on the events on Odyssey was that there was a arraignment notice issued. I'm not sure if he received it or not.
But you show no indication that it was returned.
Not from what I see, Judge. Let me double
Okay.
check.
I know that we've already reset it a couple of times, hoping that he'll be able to get the information to get on, but he hasn't. And I haven't received any indication that the notice was returned back to the clerk's office, nor to the bondsman. So I'm just going to give him till the end of the docket, and if he doesn't show up, we'll have to issue a NISI.
Very well, Judge.
Okay. Give me, I know you said another number, but hold on, we're having an issue with one of the defendants. Galaxy J7 Star. Galaxy J7 Star. Señor, con el Galaxy J7 Star, por favor. Se tiene que quitar la cachucha. Gracias. Okay, Santiago Solis, take the hoodie off, sit up straight. Okay, Mr. Flores. Number 22, you said Victor Maganes Jr.?
Correct, Judge. This is an arraignment on a Class A misdemeanor. It is alleged of 0.15 or higher. It should be of not guilty. He is present, Judge. He's logged on right now.
Hold on, Miss. I'm so sorry. Somebody's unmuted. You need to make sure that you are muted because you are interrupting defense counsel's announcement. Make sure you are muted. If my staff finds somebody that is, please mute. Let me know and I'll mute it. Mr. Flores, I apologize. Okay, is Mr. Maganes present today?
He should be logged on, Judge.
Victor, is he English speaking or Spanish speaking?
He's English speaking, Judge.
Victor Maganes Jr.? Victor Maganes Jr.
He's a LG Stylo 6, but I think he's unmuted himself.
Hello?
Okay, sir. Raise your right hand. Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, try to speak up. So is
Yes.
Victor Maganes Jr. your true and correct name?
Yes,
You're being charged with driving while intoxicated with a blood alcohol level of greater than 0.15. That's a Class A misdemeanor, sir. That's punishable by 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail or a $4,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand that range of punishment?
yes,
Sir, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
no,
Counselor, in speaking with your client, do you find him to be competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
Based on my conversations and meetings with Mr. Magallanes, I do believe he's competent proceeding to plea this afternoon, Judge.
Okay, then I'm going to find that Mr. Maganes is competent and enter a plea of not guilty on his behalf. And I'll go ahead and allow the state to make their announcement.
Yes, Your Honor, this is a Class A, defendant blue above a .17, respectfully state requested advice.
Okay, Mr. Maganes, did you already, hold on. Mr. Maganes, did you already have a device ordered to you by the magistrate?
yes, I have it since I got out of,
Okay, Ms. Soto, have you started receiving reports for him?
No, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Maganes, what is your phone number?
956-272-8345.
Okay, sir, who do you have your device with? Do you recall?
I don't have the paper right now.
Okay. Ms. Soto, do you have something to write with, Mr. Maganes?
No. Carla, ¿tienes una pluma, Carla? Un papel.
Mr. Maganes, I'm gonna go ahead and mute you. I just need you to stay on it. You have a very bad connection. So, but I'm going to need for you to take a number down.
Okay.
Okay, Ms. Soto, just give me a thumbs up, Mr. Maganes, if you're ready with a pen and paper. All right, Ms. Soto, can you please give him the phone number?
Yes, my office number is 956-587-6084.
Okay, Mr. Maganes, I need for you to call Ms. Soto either late this afternoon, we do have a long docket, or tomorrow first thing in the morning, sir, okay? And you need to report to her who you have that device with. I'm gonna order that you continue on that device. Okay, Mr. Flores, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have him come in for a status, well, not come in, but he can do it by Zoom on January the 20th at 9:30, and that's only so that I can make sure that we're starting to receive his reports. If he has 0 violations at that time, then we'll make the status hearings a little bit longer in between, depending on what it is that you want to do on his case.
January 20th at 1 p.m., Judge?
No, January 20th at 9:30 a.m.
Oh, 9:30 a.m., okay, got it.
It's okay.
All right, Judge.
It's because here, I don't think the microphone works very well. I probably need a headset, but then I'll feel weird with one, so. Okay, thank you, Mr. Flores.
Thank you, Judge. Happy holidays.
Likewise, you take care. Mr. Arellano?
Good morning, Your Honor. Emerson Mariano standing for Hector Bustos on number 37 on your docket, State of Texas versus Martin Salinas III.
Okay, and Mr. Salinas, Martin Salinas III, are you present? Martin Salinas III, are you present? Oh, I see him waving.
Can you hear me?
Now
Hello?
I can, sir. Leave it like that. Leave it like that. Okay, and what is your announcement, Counselor?
Your Honor, I saw
Mr. Arellano, you have a very bad connection. I can't understand anything you're saying. Still not connected, sir.
and we're ready for arraignment. We'll be not guilty.
Okay, Mr. Arellano, I didn't understand anything you said. You sounded like a robot. It's in and out. I can't, you have a very bad connection.
Is that better, Your Honor?
No.
Is that better, Your Honor?
No. Okay, you can try. Go ahead and try. Okay, as soon as he comes back on, Mr. Salinas, I think he's logging out and coming back on, and I'll go ahead and take you, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, okay, Mr. McKinnis?
Good afternoon, Judge. I'm here on number 64 and 65, Prisciliano Herrera. He's present under the letters EAH online.
Okay, Mr. Herrera?
Yes.
Okay, I do see him.
Judge,
And
he's a
what's your name?
Spanish speaker.
Okay, so what are we doing today, sir?
Judge, there's a tiny matter that we have not been able to get resolved yet before we do the plea. And if we could have a very short period of time, we'd come back and be ready. I apologize. We thought we would be done today and it didn't happen.
Okay, January 20th at 1:30. And is that a plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, that'll be done in person, Mr. McKinnon. Both you and your client will have to be here at the courthouse.
In person, very well.
Okay, and Ms. Castañeda, please let Mr. Herrera know that he'll be back on January 20th at 1:30, and that'll be in person, and his attorney can give him more instructions on that.
Señor Herrera, su próxima corte es el día 20 de enero a la 1:30 de la tarde. La cita será en persona en la corte y su abogado le va a dar más información.
Sí, muchas gracias.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Have a great day. Merry
You too,
Christmas.
sir. Merry Christmas. Okay, let me see. All right. Okay, Mr. Ruiz?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. We're here at 28 and 29 on your docket. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. All right. CR 21-07617-I, CR 21-07618-I, State of Texas versus Devin Thomas Mitchell. Is Mr. Mitchell there with you?
Right here, Your Honor. Yes, he is.
All right. Is he present and ready for arraignment, sir?
Yes, we're here for the arraignment, Your Honor, and he's going to plead a not guilty, and we believe he qualifies for a pretrial diversion also.
All right. Mr. Mitchell, raise your right hand. Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, is that your true and correct name, Devin Thomas Mitchell?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor, and in possession of marijuana of less than 2 ounces, a Class B misdemeanor. That carries a potential penalty of up to 6 months in the Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $1,000 fine upon conviction. Sir, do you understand that range of punishment that you can receive for the offenses of which you are charged?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, $2,000 fine. Why I said 1,000, I don't know. No wonder Robert Jackson gave me a look like, what? Did they reduce that? Okay,
Inflation, Your Honor, I guess.
it's $2,000. I know, right? $2,000 fine upon conviction. Still 6 months in the Hidalgo County Jail. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, counselor, do you find your client to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
I do, Your Honor, yes.
All right, the court will find that Mr. Mitchell is competent, able to assist you in his own defense. Enters a plea of not guilty on each of those offenses of which he is charged, and I'll allow the state to put their statement on the record.
Yes, Judge, this is a traffic stop, DWI first, notwithstanding state respectfully requested device.
Okay, any response, Mr. Ruiz?
Your Honor, appears to be correct. We don't think a mobile alcohol device should be a condition. That was his first DWI. There was no accident, no priors, and he qualifies for pretrial diversion, Your Honor.
That's correct, Judge.
Okay. The court will not order a alcohol monitoring device for Mr. Mitchell at this time, and he is PTD eligible. Hopefully y'all can get started on that packet as soon as possible then.
We will, Your Honor.
All right, so then since he doesn't have a device, and we'll go ahead and come back for him on March 3rd at 9:30. For some reason, if you've already submitted his packet and he's been accepted and you're ready for placement sooner than that date, let us know and we'll give you a date and time.
Absolutely, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. You have a good day.
Happy holidays. Thank you, Your Honor.
Likewise, sir. All right, Mr. Osuna.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I have number 36 on the court's docket, CR 21-07759I, State of Texas versus Axel David Lopez Rueda. I do not suspect that Mr. Rueda is on. This was a carryover from the last arraignment docket. Leading up to that hearing, we sent them written notice and we had attempted to reach him over the phone, but were unsuccessful. Since that setting, I've called him on the phone, but I'm not certain that our office sent him written notice of this setting, Your Honor. For perspective, he was deported. So we would defer to the court's wisdom, Your Honor, but I cannot say with certainty that we sent him written notice of this setting, this carryover setting.
Okay, I do recall the incident the last time that you, or the situation, the last time that we were here. And I think what we'll do is, let's just put this out until, let me see, Ms. Rivera, what is our March arraignment date?
Judge, we have arraignments in March, the 24th at 1:30, Judge.
Okay, let's just do it on March 24th at 1:30 and let's see if you have any news between now and then.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now that, just a reminder, Mr. Osuna, that my arraignments for next year and everyone else can, you know, be advised, all arraignments starting after January 1st for this court, whether they are DWI or non-DWI, will be in person. And that also will go for pleas. So we'll do it in person and we'll just see what happens. So it's March 24th at 1:30.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, okay. Anything else?
Yes, Your Honor. May I please call number 54 and 55? Those are CR 20-01047I and CR 20-01048I. Each of them styled Waylon Everett Nichols. Mr. Nichols is in custody, Your Honor.
All right, Deputy, can you bring up Waylon Everett Nichols?
Yes, Your Honor, he's present.
Okay, Mr. Nichols, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear that the testimony, oh, I'm sorry, he's not set for arraignment. What's he set for? Status?
He's set for a status, Your Honor.
Right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let me know what's up with this case.
Yes, Your Honor. We've staffed this gentleman's misdemeanors with the state. The state is not opposed to PR bonds, and that is obviously attractive to us. However, we would ask if it would be possible for us to sort that out via agreed order administratively at a later time. My reluctance in asking for it now is that he has a felony pending, and in an instance where he doesn't post felony bond, he'll no longer earn credits on these cases, and those day credits may be valuable to us where we may prospectively get the felony dismissed. So that's our request, Your Honor, just a tentative request for PR bond if he can post bond on his felony.
Judge, if I may, there was a misunderstanding. We are in agreement with a $1,500 cash surety bond. However, due to the defendant's prior criminal history, we cannot be in agreement to a PR bond.
So in that instance, Your Honor, we would humbly urge the new agreement immediately, and then if we feel that we need to file a motion for bond reduction, we'll do it within a short period of time.
Okay, so you want me to go ahead and reduce his bond that's currently set to the 1,500 cash surety?
Yes, Your Honor, whatever the state is inclined to agree to immediately, and then we'll see if Mr. Nichols can post it. If he cannot, we'll submit a motion and have a contested hearing.
All right, in CR 20-01047-I, the bond will be reduced to a $1,500 cash surety, and in CR 20-01048-I, it'll also be reduced from a $2,000 cash surety to a $1,500 cash surety. So I'll set him up for a status either way on January the 20th at 1:30. Jail cases will not be in person, Mr. Osuna, just so that you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, not at this time, unless something changes between now and then, we'll notify you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So it's January 20th at 1:30 for both of those cases. Okay, anything else?
No, Your Honor, I don't know if that prospective law student is on, but we have a really good internship program, and all three of our last interns learned considerable research and investigation tasks. So if that person is interested, they can just contact our office to apply.
Okay, I'll let her know. As a matter of fact, I was going to tell her to go up and visit your office from here.
Yes, Your Honor.
So she's on. She's here in the corner. I told her to get on here, but then she doesn't want to come out on YouTube Live.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right.
I have nothing.
Thank you,
nothing
Mr.
further, Your
Osuna,
Honor.
for that offer. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, Mr. De Luna.
Good afternoon, Judge. I have number 26 on the docket. It's an arraignment,
Okay,
and he should be present on the screen.
CR 21-09757-I, Colin Andrew McKenzie. Mr. McKenzie, are you present? I don't see anyone by that name, Mr. De Luna. Mr. McKenzie?
Judge, I've been in contact with him I've been in contact with him all week long. I got the email that
Hold on, sir. There are a couple of people that do not have their audio connected. I don't know if you have the ability to look at the Zoom. There's a gentleman, I would need to see if someone from my staff can look up Mr. McKenzie's mugshot and see if that's him on the OnePlus Nord N200 5G. That gentleman is not connected to audio, so he won't be able to hear us. I don't see. Other than that, I don't see anyone that's under that name.
and I'm not at the office, Your Honor.
Yes, no, I understand, sir. I'm aware of the situation.
I wouldn't even be able to look up.
Yes. Hold on, sir. Yes, Ms. Rivera?
I don't see that it matches.
Okay. What I'll do, Mr. De Luna, is I'll give you an opportunity. When is the next arraignment date? In January?
For DWIs, Judge,
Yes.
it's actually February the 3rd, Judge.
Okay. Mr. De Luna, given also your circumstance, and I'll give you an opportunity to locate your client. Come back February the 3rd at 1:30, you said?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And just come back February 3rd at 1:30 because there's no one here by that name, and I understand that you're you're attending to something else, and that's fine.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have. May I be excused? I appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, Mr. Espinosa?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Number 53 on your docket. For the record, I'm Manuel Espinosa standing in for Daniel Reyes.
Judge, you're on mute.
Oh, I must have clicked something else. CR 1705119-I. Efren Montoya. Mr. Montoya, Deputy, can you bring Mr. Montoya forward? Is he English speaking or Spanish speaking?
He's English speaking, Your Honor.
Okay, and what is your announcement, counselor?
He has a felony pending that is set for the 30th of January.
Okay, then have him come back on February the 3rd at 1:30.
Your Honor, I don't know if the court would entertain or a motion to reduce bond on the misdemeanor. It's set at 2,000 right now. I don't know if the state will be in agreement to a PR bond. He's been incarcerated since July the 21st.
Mr. Espinosa, does he have a bond on the felonies?
Yes, it's set at 15,000.
We can do 1,000 cash surety with an interlock device.
Okay.
Mr. Espinosa, do you want to take that?
Yes, we'll go ahead and accept that, Your Honor.
Okay, then I'll reduce it to a cash surety of $1,000 and order an interlock device.
Thank you, Your Honor. Nothing further. May I be excused?
Hold on. If he does make bond, he has to obtain that interlock device within 48 business hours of his release.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, you may. Okay, thank you.
Take care.
Ms. Perez? Ms. Garcia Perez?
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, I have number 34 on your docket. That's Jonathan Lara, Your Honor.
Okay, CR 2110, number 34, that's not.
I'm sorry, maybe it's wrong on my calendar.
52, Judge.
52, okay. Jonathan Lada, deputy, please, that's on CR 21065551-I. All right, and what is the announcement, counselor?
Your Honor, my client has several pending felonies, Your Honor, and those are set for January the 26th. We're just asking for a reset so we can resolve those felonies before we go forward here.
Okay, January 27th at 1:30.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. That's all I have. May I be excused?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Saldana, what case?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I've got number 8 on the docket, Francisco Carrion.
All right, CR 207576-I, Francisco David Carrion, are you present?
Yes.
Okay, sir, and is he ready for an arraignment, Mr. Saldana?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Carrion, raise your right hand. Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
All right, is your true and correct name Francisco David Carrion?
Yes.
And sir, you're being charged with driving while intoxicated. That's a Class B misdemeanor. It carries a potential penalty of up to 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail and a $2,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand that range of punishment that you can receive, sir, for the offense of which you are charged?
Yes, Your Honor.
And sir, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, Your Honor.
Counselor, do you find your client to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Then the court finds that Mr. Carrion is competent, able to assist his attorney in his own defense, enters a plea of not guilty on his behalf. And what says the state?
Yes, Judge, this was a traffic stop. However, the defendant blew a .25 3 times over the legal limit. So the state strongly urges a mobile device. And also on a side note, I recently sent a probation recommendation. The defendant doesn't have priors, so you could apply for PTD. The state would urge the defendant to either apply for PTD or get the ball rolling on the regular probation paperwork before the end of January, hopefully. Otherwise, we'll refile this as a Class A.
Okay, Mr. Saldana, did you get that?
Yes, I did, Your Honor, and I will discuss the PTD option with my client.
Okay, I'm going to place him on an alcohol monitoring device at this time, and let's see how he does between now and then. I'm going to need to know which route we want to take, and since they gave you to the end of January, I'll go ahead and have you come back for a status on February the 3rd at 9:30 a.m. Mr. Carrion, what is your phone number?
432-703-2690.
Okay, sir, are you residing in Hidalgo County or outside of Hidalgo County?
Outside
Okay, and where are you residing?
Odessa, Texas.
Then the probation department will contact you at their earliest convenience and will give you some national vendors that you can obtain your mobile alcohol monitoring device from. And you do need to obtain that within 48 business hours, sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Okay, anything else, Mr. Saldana?
No, that's it, Your Honor. May we be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Contreras? Attorney Jesse Contreras? All right, okay, Mr. Salceda. Oh, okay.
Good afternoon, Judge. How you doing?
Hi, Judge Palacios. Okay, what number, sir?
Judge, I have number Salcedo, number 38, Judge, 38.
Okay, CR 2109-446-I, State of Texas versus Demetrio Salceda Jr. And is he present, sir?
He is right there, Judge.
All right, and is he ready for arraignment?
He's present already, Your Honor.
Okay, raise your right hand, sir. Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Is your true and correct name Demetrio Salceda Jr.?
Yes, ma'am.
You're being charged with the offense of driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. A Class B misdemeanor carries a potential penalty of up to 1 year in six months in Hidalgo County Jail and a $2,000 fine upon conviction. That's what happens when you try to rush through some of these admonishments. Do you understand your range of punishment?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, ma'am.
Counselor, in speaking with your client, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
He is competent, Judge.
The court will find that Mr. Salceda is competent, able to assist his attorney in his own defense, enters a plea if not guilty on his behalf. And at this time, Judge, are you requesting next status?
Yes, Judge, please. I believe he qualifies for PTD.
Okay, what says the state?
Yes, Judge, this is a traffic stop, DWI first. Respectfully, Judge, the state requested advice, pardon me.
Okay. At this time, the court is not going to order an alcohol monitoring device. The next status hearing for Mr. Salceda will be on, I think, February the 10th.
Let's comply with the order.
At February the 10th at 9:30.
Thank you,
And
Judge.
then we'll see at that time if he's applied after all for PTD then.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you, sir. Your next case?
Number 10, it's Jason Dianas. Number 10 on your docket. And he's present. He's on the other side of the lens.
Okay, CR 21-113-66-I. Sir, raise your right hand. Do you swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is your true and correct name Jason Dianas?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor.
Yes,
That
Your Honor.
carries a potential penalty of up to 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $2,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand the range of punishment that you can receive, sir, for the offense of which you are charged?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, Honor.
Counselor, do you find that your client is competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
He is competent, Judge.
All right, then the court will find that Mr. Dianas is competent, able to assist his attorney in his own defense, enters a plea of not guilty on his behalf. And what says the state?
Yes, Judge, DWI first. However, there was a severe accident. Respectfully, the state requested advice.
Okay, any response?
Judge, he's already had the portable device. He has it with
safety check.
With safety check, Judge. It's already applied on.
Okay, Ms. Soto, have you been able to receive any reports? Okay.
No,
So,
Judge.
Dianas, what is your phone number?
It is 956-369-9578, Your Honor.
Okay, the court is going to order that you continue on that alcohol monitoring device. The probation office will contact you at their earliest convenience. Please have the information for your device for Ms. Soto, and then I'll request a report and see how you're doing. You'll have a status hearing on January the 20th at 9:30. And if you have 0 violations at that time, we'll decide what it is that you're going to do, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have this afternoon. May I be excused?
Yes, sir, you may. Thank you.
Judge, have a good day.
Okay, Mr. Contreras, are you ready? Jesus Contreras? Mr. Fonseca, Attorney Aaron Fonseca.
Yes, Judge,
All right, what number, sir?
this is on number 59 and 60, Your Honor. There is actually a third case that I don't see on the docket. I can give you the cause number.
Yes, give me one moment.
Of course.
Okay, what's the cause number?
The cause number is CR 20-00362-I. Your Honor, a plea on this cause number will actually dispose of the other 2 cases.
Okay, and what is the offense?
Possession of marijuana, Your Honor.
and those plea documents have been submitted.
Okay, so he's ready to plea on this case today?
That's correct, Your Honor.
That's correct,
Okay.
Judge.
All right. Then give me a moment. I'm doing the quick announcements with the quick arraignments, and then I'll
Yes.
take them up right now for the plea.
Of course.
All right, thank you.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, Ms. Cerda?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Karina Cerda. I'm filling in for Ms. Nereida Lopez Singletary. I'm here for Mr. Hector Javier Vasquez. Number 41 on your docket, CR-21-10-925-I. We're here for an arraignment on a DWI Class A. Mr. Vasquez is present and ready. Your Honor, we're going to be entering a plea of not guilty.
Okay, and Mr. Vasquez, can you hear me?
I know he's logged in. I just spoke to him.
CR-21-10925-I. Mr. Hector Vasquez, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, raise your right hand. Do you swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you may lower your hand. Sir, is your true and correct name Hector Javier Vasquez?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're being charged with driving while intoxicated with a blood alcohol level of greater or equal to 0.15. That's a Class A misdemeanor. That
Yes,
carries
ma'am.
Okay, and that carries a potential penalty of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction. Sir, do you understand the range of punishment you can receive for the offense of which you are charged?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, ma'am.
Counselor, in speaking with Mr. Vasquez, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Then the court will find that Mr. Vasquez is competent, able to assist his attorney in his own defense, and enters a plea of not guilty on his behalf. All right, I'll allow the state. What says the state?
Yes, Judge, this was a traffic stop. Defendant was asleep at the wheel. .17, so this is a Class A. Respectfully, the state requests a mobile alcohol monitoring device.
Mr. Vasquez, did the magistrating judge already order you to have a mobile or an interlock device?
Not yet. I'm gonna get it today, ma'am.
Okay, so, and what is it that you were requesting, Mr. Sosa, an interlock or a mobile?
Well, I said mobile alcohol monitoring device, Judge, but we'll defer to the court.
Okay, so Mr. Vasquez, you're to obtain a mobile alcohol monitoring device within 48 business hours. And can I get a phone number for you?
956. My number?
Yes.
956-970-9794.
All right. The probation department will contact you at their earliest convenience, and you're to obtain that mobile alcohol monitoring device within 48 business hours. We'll have a list of vendors that you can choose from, okay?
Okay.
All right. If nothing further, sir, you are excused. Ms. Cerda, do you have another case?
No, Your Honor, that's all I have. May I be excused?
Yes. Okay, one moment. We are off the record. Give me 1 minute.
Si se encuentra Amalia Venecia, por favor, prende su micrófono e identificarse para que le pueda hallar y con... Ok, muy bien. Ok, ya que estás ahí, estamos esperando que la jueza nos llama. Ok, esto fue mi oportunidad para verificar.
Sí, gracias.
Muchas gracias, señora.
Sí.
Okay, Ms. Flores, are we ready?
Yes, Judge, ready.
All right, we're back on the record. Okay, Ms. Cerda, did you have another case?
No, Your Honor, that's all I have.
Thank you. You have a good day.
Thank you, you too.
Okay, Mr. Contreras, Jesus Contreras. All right. Okay.
Judge, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. What number?
Hold on, Judge, let me get the volume on. Having a problem with the volume, but let me get you. Well, it is docket number. The first one is 47, Santos Avitia.
Okay, so you're ready for a plea?
Judge, this is a confusion that we already played them out, Judge. We played them out to all these cases.
No, we didn't.
And so
No, we did
I know
not.
we have a hearing tomorrow in the felony. See if I can get the prosecutor there to adjudicate this one. I know
Well,
the
the
fact,
thing, hold on, Mr. Gonzalez. So the thing is that I understand, from what I was told, is that this is ready for a plea, so somebody signed him up. So unless, Mr. Sosa, can you clarify for me? This is number 47.
That's correct, Judge. Actually, he has been pled out. His plea happened on the 9th. My apologies.
you sent me an email last night. I appreciate that email, sir, Mr. Sosa.
Okay, so what about the 9th, Mr. Sosa? Because you fade out at the end, when you were talking right
He
now.
pled out on the 9th, Judge.
Okay, but so then what did he plead to?
To regular probation
I know, but on which case?
on CR 19-13-285.
Okay, so he already pled to that.
Yes, ma'am.
And so then what happened to CR 21-07909-I? Was that dismissed?
No, that's still open.
Okay, so that one he hasn't pled on yet.
That's correct.
Judge, we played out 2 cases already. That one that you just mentioned was played out as well. There was 2 dates of pleading to, and that's where we got confused. But that case has been resolved as well, Your Honor. Are those 2 cases that were left behind? We put them out most recently. You went over through the whole. He was, I don't know if you recall that mention about he'd been an educator, and so therefore we went through the whole thing, Your Honor. But you played them out to the other 2 as well, Judge. As well.
Okay, so hold on. Somebody doesn't, I'm gonna ask, my staff is required to take notes on every case. So I'm going to ask Mr. Damian, what is it that your notes have on this?
Yes, ma'am. He pled out to cause number CR 21-07909-I on December 9th, as well as CR 1913285-I.
So Mr. Contreras is correct. His client has already pled out on both of those cases then.
And this was the 3rd case that was pending a plea.
Well,
On the 21
no,
Sorry.
but this could not have been pending a plea because it's the same cause number as you just
I
said.
apologize, Mom. I just saw that. Yes.
Okay, so then, I don't know, Mr. Sosa, on your end, because if he already pled out on December the 9th on CR 21-07909-I and CR 1913285-I, and he pled out to straight probation. And I recall that because I remember a situation with his mother. So
That's right.
these 2 cases better not be the cases that are holding him up in jail, because I'm gonna be very upset about that.
Your Honor.
Hold on, no, Mr. hold on.
Just hold on, sir.
Yes, hold on, okay, hold on. So we're not gonna so what happened with the paperwork? Has that just? not been-
It's all been filed, Judge. The confusion arose from Odyssey. It's showing me that CR 21-07909 has not been pled out to. It's still showing as open, which is why I believe, but I do recall pleading him out. I just don't remember from the top of my head of which cases exactly.
Okay, so he's pled out on both cases right now. So what's keeping him in there, Mr. Contreras?
He's got a felony tomorrow, Judge. If I can intervene tomorrow, they're going to dismiss that felony in lieu of the fact that he pled guilty to the misdemeanors, Your Honor.
Right. So that's already been taken care of. So then we need to make sure that his paperwork on both of those cases is processed to date. And Ms. Rivera's already working on that because it had been on my queue, and obviously I can't work my queue and be on docket at the same time. So she's looking for his stuff in my queue so that she can sign off on it with my permission.
Judge, if I may.
Go ahead.
I apologize. There was a 3rd misdemeanor case, CR 1908160-I, which we did set up for a tickler for the 21st, and that one was pending the felony outcome. And that one is not on the docket.
All right. So the only one that he has pending out of this court is CR-19-what?
08160-I.
Okay. So Mr. Contreras, that's the one that you need to see what you're going to do depending on what the felony case happens to, what happens on your felony case tomorrow.
Yes, Your Honor.
So I'm not sure why they didn't,
Is
why
that-
that misdemeanor was not included with the dismissals on the other one. And what is the offense for that one, Mr. Davis?
Judge, that one was set for dismissal. My staff is telling me that that one was going to be dismissed, Your Honor. And the DA filed a motion to dismiss on that particular CR number that you just mentioned. The third one, Your Honor?
Okay, hold on. Now I'm gonna look it up myself so I can see what Odyssey says on that. And I shouldn't have to be doing
It
that.
looks like it was on October 12th, Judge. That it was accepted by the county clerk, the dismissal on the.
Yes, he had.
Judge,
So
may
he
I
had-
intervene just for some clarification? I'm sorry.
Okay, go.
Okay, Judge, so the dismissal on the case that's pending, and I'm sorry to interrupt you all, but the dismissal that's pending, which is a CR 19-08160, Judge, that specific dismissal was not right, and we were told, the court was told that it was filed in error due because it was pending the outcome of the felony. So it was filed in error, and so we did not send it to your queue for signature, Your Honor, so it didn't reach you at all.
Okay.
So I guess, so you guys do have it, and just depending on tomorrow, you can forward it, we can email you, Bianca, and you can forward it to the judge's queue and get it signed. Absolutely, that's the.
Okay.
Okay. With
So,
your
so
permission.
Judge, if you look at the motion itself that was filed by the state, the misdemeanor section, what triggers a dismissal, Judge, is a plea on the CR 19-13-285I. And it reads, the defendant was convicted in another case with plea to CR 19-13-285I. So the condition that was set on that dismissal has already been conducted, and he pled out to that CR 19-13-285I, Judge. So I would ask the court to allow to dismiss this case.
Okay, Ms. Lozano, do you have that in front of you?
Yes, I
Got
do,
it here,
Judge, and it does, that's the reason that it states, so I would back up the reason, since it is what I'm seeing in front of me, and since we have confirmed that he pled to the CR 19-13-285I, so Ms. Rivera can forward that dismissal to you to sign off on.
Okay, so then after that dismissal is signed, then that's it. He's done with all his misdemeanors in my court.
I don't see a judgment signed for CR 21-07909I. From what I understood from everybody is that he did plea on it. I just don't see an actual judgment having been signed. I don't know if it's in your queue. It's been processed, Judge. Our clerk is out to the warehouse, but I'll make sure it gets expedited. So you do, so it is e-filed, right, on our side? That's correct. It's
Okay.
going to be processed with judge's signature shortly. Okay, perfect.
I
So I
e-filed
believe
it.
that takes care of everything, Judge.
That's correct.
The only thing that's holding them back, Judge, is tomorrow's hearing, but it's going to be somewhat a smooth hearing because he's done whatever he's been done in the misdemeanor court, and they're going to dismiss the felony in lieu of what he did in your court, Your Honor.
Okay, so then hopefully you'll be out soon, Mr. Abitia. Okay, so now there's nothing more with us, okay?
Ma'am, I just wanted to ask, is just tomorrow's dismissal of the felony? That was it.
Mr. Vitia, I'll talk to you about it, but yes, as to your question, sir, yes.
Okay, because I know that Mr. Contreras secretary told me it was on Q. That one that was supposed to be dismissed, that it showed Q.
All right, Mr. Vitia, we'll talk about it, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Vitia.
All right, sir, thank you. Any other case, Mr. Contreras?
Yes, I have number 77, Your Honor, 77. Amanda Sandoval, CR 1706-996I, Your Honor. And it was, going to be a plea this afternoon. Unfortunately, Your Honor, I wasn't able to reach, or I didn't have time to reach the prosecutor. So therefore, I'm asking for a short reset for a plea, short reset, Your Honor.
Okay, the earliest I have is January 20th
Sounds good,
at
Your Honor.
1:30, and that'll be in person.
Yes, ma'am, I'll be there.
Okay, thank you, sir. Anything
I
else?
do have one other more, and I'm sorry to bother you, Judge. This
No,
is
that's okay.
7879, Judge, 7879.
Okay,
And this is supposed to be a plea. She's got a revocation and she's got a pending matter, but I'm asking for the same date, January the 20th at 1:30, Your Honor.
okay, see,
She's
And the-
online, Isabel.
okay.
Dias.
Was Amanda Sandoval online?
Yes.
Amanda Sandoval.
Say hi, Amanda.
Yes. Hi. Yes, I'm here.
All right, we'll see you on January 20th at 1:30 in person.
Okay, thank you.
And Isabel is online as well, Your Honor.
Isabel Tice.
Mhm.
Tice.
Okay, and that's CR 2006-923-I and CR 1700368-I. So we'll see you on January 20th at 1:30 in person, ma'am.
Okay.
All right, thank you, and you are
Thank you.
excused.
That's all I got, Judge. Thank you for your courtesies again. May I be excused?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you. All right, Mr. Martinez, I have Francisco Martinez. Did your attorney step out, sir?
Yes. Sorry, Judge, I was in another court.
That's okay. What number, sir?
Judge, I did not get a docket sheet. I went through my email and I did not get a docket sheet, and I apologize.
Your Honor, if I may,
Yes.
Judge, that's gonna be on the violations, pages I provided on you. It should be Mr. Rivera, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it is Mr. Vera, Israel Vera.
Okay, he's on CR 210863-I, CR 210842-I. Ms. Soto, can I get a report on Mr. Vera?
Yes, Judge. He has his mobile device with Safeguard Solutions, Judge. The report from November the 15th to December the 9th, he had 4 late tests and 6 skip tests, Judge. Prior to that, Judge, the report from October the 14th to November the 15th, he had 23 late tests and 27 skip tests. On the skip test, Judge, they were skipped. He ended up taking them maybe like 3-4 hours late, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Vera, I'm not sure, is this his first time?
Yes, Judge.
All right, Mr. Vera, you're English speaking, is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
All right, Mr. Vera, listen to this very carefully. All right, I don't take bond violations lightly. You can't skip a test, you can't miss a test. You can't test when you want to, you can't test when you just feel like it. You test when you're supposed to test. Because if not, we're gonna make it very easy and I can just revoke your bond and have you sit in jail and wait until your trial date. Do you understand me?
Yes, Judge.
I don't want to have to deal with you doing a violation again. If you need a way, if you need to learn how to use the device, then look at the provider, ask the provider whether or not they can teach you how to use it. If you're having problems with the window times because you're working or you have shift work, then you get a copy of your work schedule, you submit it to your probation officer, and your probation officer will work on adjusting the windows. If you're just skipping because you feel like it, you forget, you don't listen to the alarm, it's too early, I don't care. Because we can make it very easy. You don't even have to have a mobile alcohol monitoring device if you just sit in the county jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, Judge.
You see how that works?
Yes, I do, Judge.
This is your first warning and it's your final warning. The next time that you have a violation, you will appear before me and I will decide whether or not to revoke your bond and have you incarcerated.
Yes, Judge.
What's your phone number?
956-890-1063.
All right, Mr. Martinez, please have a talk with your client with respect to that.
I have, and I will again, Judge.
All right, anything else?
No, Judge. Oh, actually, we did receive the deals, Judge. I'm going to review those with my client. I don't know if the court wants to give me a date on that, so he's hopefully plea him out.
Okay, how much time do you need?
Sometime in January, Judge. 3 weeks.
All right, I have January 20th at 1:30 and he'll have to appear in person.
January 20th at 1:30. Yes, ma'am.
All right, okay.
Thank you,
Anything
Judge.
else?
Nothing else, Judge. May we be excused?
Yes, sir. Okay, Mr. Whitaker?
Hello, Your Honor.
Yes.
Turn this on. Well, there's a delayed signal between my button and what it shows, Judge. Good afternoon, Your Honor. I have Amalia Venecia. She is on here under Galaxy Tab A7. She's a Spanish speaker. It's an arraignment, Judge. Just so the court knows, she's already got a device, and I don't know if the court has been receiving that information or not.
Okay, that's on number 45 on the court's docket.
My apologies for not calling out the number, Judge. I have it written right in front of me.
CR 21-11491-I. Ms. Castañeda, please call out the name Amalia Cervantes de Venecia.
Amalia Cervantes de Venecia, por favor, se anuncia.
Sí, aquí estoy.
I'm here.
Okay. Please have her raise her right hand.
Por favor, levante su mano derecha.
Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Jura que el testimonio que está a punto de dar es la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad.
Sí.
Yes.
Is your true and correct name Amalia Cervantes de Venecia?
¿Es su nombre correcto y verdadero Amalia Cervantes de Venecia?
Sí.
Yes.
And you're being charged with driving while intoxicated with a blood alcohol level of greater or equal to 0.15, which is a class A misdemeanor.
Está usted frente a la corte por un cargo de manejar en estado de intoxicación con una concentración de alcohol mayor de 0.15, que es un delito menor clase A.
Sí.
Yes.
And that carries a potential penalty of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction.
Una ofensa menor clase A tiene una multa potencial de hasta 1 año en la cárcel del condado de Hidalgo y una multa de hasta $4,000 por convicción.
Do you understand the range of punishment for the offense that you have been charged with?
¿Entiende usted el rango de castigo por la ofensa que puede recibir por la ofensa que recibió?
Sí, sí entiendo. Sí.
Yes, I understand.
Has any court ever declared her to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
¿Alguna corte la ha declarado mentalmente incompetente, loca o demente?
No.
No.
Counselor, in speaking with your client, do you find her to be mentally competent and able to assist you in her own defense?
Your Honor, she appears to be mentally competent. And as soon as she actually calls me in and sets up an appointment with me to actually meet in person, I'll be able to note that she will assist in her defense, Judge.
All right. Then the court will make a finding that she is competent, and if she's competent, she should be able to assist you in her own
And
defense.
Judge, yes, and Judge, I humbly request that my client respond to her with a declaration of not guilty. Por favor, cuando le preguntan, señora Venecia, si eres culpable o no, que usted se declara no culpable a este punto, por favor. No se ha terminado mi investigación.
No me declaro culpable, abogado. Todavía no. No lo entendí. Ay, perdón.
Okay.
Mi aviso es declararse no culpable.
No culpable. Me declaro no culpable.
Okay. All right. Then I find her competent. I'll enter a plea of not guilty on her behalf. All right. So she already has a device. I doubt that Ms. Soto has been receiving any of her reports at this time. So Ms. Castañeda, can you please have her put her phone number on the record?
Ms. de Venecia, ¿me da su número de teléfono?
Ok. 956-569-7598.
956-569-7598.
Let her know that a probation officer will contact her at their earliest convenience.
El departamento de probation le va a hablar a la primera oportunidad que tenga.
Oh, ok, gracias. Sí, está bien.
Okay,
sí.
Thank you.
Okay, and let her know that she also needs to call in her attorney to set up an appointment.
Y también hable con su abogado para que ponga una cita.
Ok, le hablo al abogado. Ok, yo le hablo.
Okay, I'll call
Sí,
my
bien.
attorney.
All right. If nothing further, Mr. Whitaker, you and your client are excused.
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you very much. Have a good afternoon, Judge. I will probably not see you before the holidays. Enjoy the holidays. Everybody else as well. Enjoy the holidays.
Thank you, likewise. Let her know she's excused and can remove herself.
Ms. de Venecia, y se puede retirar.
Ok, muchas gracias. Gracias, jueza. Gracias.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. So next, Mr. Jackson.
Hi, Judge.
Hello, sir.
I have Mr. Francisco Morua. He's number 74 on today's docket.
CR 21-02604-I, and is Mr. Morua present?
Yes, he's right here, Judge. Right here with me.
And what is your announcement, counsel?
Announcement is with a victim statement and victim's testimony and anger management, this case will be dismissed, Your Honor. We're just asking for a little bit of time so we can comply with the conditions set out by the district attorney's office.
Okay, Mr. Sosa, have you been able to contact the alleged victim?
Yes, Judge, I gave her the Zoom ID for today. I'm not sure if she's in the waiting room or in the lobby.
Okay, what is the name of the,
Mayra de la Rosa.
okay, Ms. De La Rosa, are you present? Mayra De La Rosa, are you present? Nobody is answering.
I gave her the Zoom ID, Judge. Perhaps we can do it on the next setting.
Okay, Mr. Jackson, she got the Zoom ID information from the state, but she's not in.
Okay.
However, it gives you an opportunity to still have your client do the rest of what he needs to, so that perhaps in the next time, if he has everything in and the victim testimony is done, they can tender the dismissal.
That's fine, Judge. If we can just have 30 days so we can get all our paperwork in.
Okay, that'll be on January the 20th at 1:30, and that'll be in person.
In person?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Be
All
good
right.
to be out there, Judge.
Okay, thank you, sir. Anything
You have a
else?
wonderful day.
You too.
See you, Judge.
Thank you. Okay, Attorney Tony Gomez.
Season's greetings, Your Honor. I have numbers 42 and 43 on the court's docket. State of Texas versus Josue Vega. He is on the screen.
All right, CR 21-09904-I, CR 21-09905-I. Josue Vega, are you present?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, raise your right hand. Do you swear that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, sir, is your true and correct name Josue Vega?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're being charged with driving while intoxicated with a blood alcohol level of greater or equal to 0.15 and a Class A misdemeanor. Also unlawful carrying a weapon, which is a Class A misdemeanor. This Class A misdemeanor carries a range of punishment of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand the range of punishment that you can receive, sir, for the offenses of which you are charged?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, counselor, in speaking with your client, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
Your Honor, in my opinion, he is competent and able
All
to.
right. Then the court will make a finding that Mr. Vega is competent, able to assist his attorney in his own defense, and enters a plea of not guilty on each of the offense for which he is charged. All right, Mr. Gomez, are you asking for a status hearing for the next case?
Yes, Your Honor. We were just made an offer last night. I need to communicate that to my client and we need to discuss it. So I would appreciate a status.
Okay, Mr. Vega, do you already have a device?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll allow the state to please make your announcement.
Yes, Judge, state respectfully requests a mobile alcohol monitoring device or an interlock device on this Class A.
Okay, the court is granting the state's request. Mr. Vega, you are ordered to obtain a mobile alcohol monitoring device within 48 business hours, and I need a phone number for you.
Okay, 956-650-1262.
The probation department will contact you at their earliest convenience. We'll give you a list of vendors. You have 48 business hours from that time that they give you those vendors to obtain that device. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Anything else, Mr. Gomez?
That is all, Your Honor. Merry Christmas and happy holidays.
Thank you. Likewise. Okay, Mr. Damian, we have an in-person. Who's the attorney here?
That's going to be Melisandre Mendoza, ma'am.
Okay, you can put her in front of your screen, please.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, that's on CR 21-09493-I. The defendant, Daniel Medrano. Mr. Medrano, can you please announce yourself?
Yes, I'm here, Judge.
All right. There's your attorney. Okay, Ms. Mendoza, your client is present and ready for arraignment.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Medrano, please raise your right hand. Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Sir, is your true and correct name Daniel Medrano?
Yes, Judge.
And you're being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class C misdemeanor. That
Yes.
carries a potential penalty of up to 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail, up to a $2,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand the range of punishment that you can receive for the offenses of which you are charged, sir?
Yes, Judge.
Now, sir, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No.
Okay, Ms. Mendoza, do you find your client to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
Yes, Your Honor, he is and he has.
All right, then, Mr. Medrano, the court will find that you are mentally competent, able to assist you in his own defense, and will enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf. And what says the state?
Yes, Judge, this is defendant's first DWI traffic stop. He is PTD eligible. Nonetheless, state respectfully requests a alcohol monitoring device.
Okay, at this time, I am not going to order an alcohol monitoring device, and I will set a status hearing for, well, Ms. Mendoza, he's PTD eligible. I'll give you an opportunity to discuss that with him, and I'll have you all come back on March the 3rd at 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. I really appreciate your courtesy, Your Honor. I have no further business before this honorable court. May Mr. Medrano and myself be excused?
Yes, you may. Okay, Ms. Diaz, I understand you're about to go into a contested.
Yes, Judge, in county court. I'm in the 92nd.
Okay, what number?
I'm number 15 on the, number 15 on the docket, Joseph Gonzalez. He is present in the red shirt, Your Honor.
Mr. Gonzalez and CR 20-03361-I, Joseph Gonzalez.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right
Your
hand.
Honor,
Wait, go ahead.
Judge, my understanding is he had already been arraigned. Am I confused on this, Judge? And we were set for a status? And my announcement was going to be that he has another DWI pending, Judge. We'd ask for a reset date so we could take care of both of them together.
Okay, I have him down for an arraignment unless I have him for something else. Can somebody verify?
Then I apologize. Judge. They will arraign him.
Okay, so then, Mr. Gonzalez, do you have an alcohol monitoring device?
Yes, ma'am. I have the portable.
Okay.
Judge, if I
And
may, Judge?
go ahead.
Judge, he does have his mobile device with safety check, and he did have 2 alcohol readings. On November the 26th, he had an alcohol reading of 0.045. And then November the 29th, he had one of 0.039. And there was no retest done after he blew.
Okay, give me one moment. Okay, Mr. Gonzalez, is this his first time that he's being admonished?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, give me one moment. I don't know, so is this, so you have him for another case as well, Ms. Diaz?
Judge, he picked up another DWI on November the 14th.
Oh, just recently?
Yes, Judge, yes.
Okay.
There's no complaint or cause number on it yet, Your Honor.
Okay.
Judge, for any clarification, Your Honor, this is his first setting for arraignment.
Okay, thank you. That's what I was checking right now. Okay, so Mr. Gonzalez, raise your right hand. Do you swear that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you may lower your hand. As Joseph Hernandez Gonzalez, your true and correct name,
Yes, ma'am.
and you're being charged with driving while intoxicated. Second, that's a Class A misdemeanor. That carries a potential penalty of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand the range of punishment that you can receive for the offense of which you are charged?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, Your Honor.
And Ms. Diaz, in speaking with your client, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
All right. The court will find that Mr. Gonzalez is competent, able to assist his attorney in his own defense, and enters a plea of not guilty on his behalf. All right, so Mr. Gonzalez, this is your first warning on your alcohol reading, sir. And as you heard me earlier, I don't tolerate bond violations, especially on alcohol monitoring devices. So you don't get to drink while you're out on bond right now. If you think you have a problem, then let us know, and I'll go ahead and have you look at a list of AA places that you can go to and visit. If you continue to have alcohol violations, the next time you will be appearing before me, and I will have to decide whether or not to revoke your bond and incarcerate you, which more than likely I will. So if you would like your freedom, you want to stay on that side, then follow the rules. If you have a problem with the testing windows because of your work, then the probation department does work with you. If you're not testing because you don't feel like it, that's not an option. If you decide that you think you can beat the system and just drink one beer or take one shot and it's not going to come out, well, I'm here to tell you that's not going to be the case. It will always detect if you have any alcohol in your system. So the next time, if you continue to do this, you're going to come before me. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor, understood.
And I doubt that you want to spend the beginning of your 2022 incarcerated in a little cell. So, all right.
Understood.
So,
Judge, if
go
I
ahead.
understood, if I may, Judge,
Go ahead.
if I understood correctly, Ms. Soto said that Mr. Gonzalez had tested positive for alcohol as well, not only skip test.
He has 2 alcohol readings, yes.
Okay, Judge, because he technically has 2 DWI seconds, he's clearly not obeying what the mobile entails. The state will request that he be placed on AIP. The holidays are approaching, so I want to make sure that we take care of the citizens.
Okay, Ms. Diaz, any response?
Your Honor, prior to today's hearing, I had spoken to Mr. Gonzalez. I also called the device place in reference to him having errors. I believe, Judge, this has been enough for him, and I'm asking the court to allow him to remain on the current probation. And he's been admonished, Judge, if he has any other kind of violations, the consequences of what that will be. He does work, Judge, and he's fully employed a full time.
Okay, so at this time, I'm going to go ahead and keep him on the alcohol monitoring device. I will wait and make a ruling on the AIP. Let's see how he does for the next time, because more than likely when he comes before me the next time, his form of being monitored will just be to be incarcerated. So, but yes, I understand, Ms. Lozano. So I'm going to go ahead and have him come back on January the 20th at 9:30. It'll be a status. Unless he has violations, then it'll be in person. So Mr. Gonzalez, you already know that the state pretty much has your number, sir. And so what they're asking for is for stricter restrictions on you. So your attorney, I'm sure, has already let you have an earful, and I've already let you myself. So January 20th at 9:30, if you continue to have violations, then we'll take it up in person. But for now, it'll be via Zoom, okay?
Understood, ma'am.
Your Honor.
All right. What's your
Thank
phone
you.
number?
My phone number,
Yes.
956-566-6253.
All right. All right. Okay. Well, then we'll see you then. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Merry Christmas, everybody. I'll see you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ms. Diaz. Yes, Merry Christmas. Have a good one. Okay, Mr. Osorio?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I am here on number 1 and 2 on the court's criminal docket, Your Honor. The state of Texas versus William Cruz Alvarez, Your Honor. We are present, ready for arraignment on both cases, and he is a Spanish speaker.
Hold on. Is Mr. Alvarez present on the screen or in your office?
Juan Alvarez, Your Honor?
He's on the screen, Judge.
No, William Alvarez.
He should be on the screen, Judge. I did see him on his name with listed participant.
Okay, Ms. Castaneda, please call out the name.
William Cruz Álvarez, por favor, se anuncia.
Presente, aquí estoy.
I'm right here.
Okay, there he is. All right, tell him to raise his right hand.
Por favor, levante su mano derecha.
Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Jura que el testimonio que está a punto de dar es la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad.
Así es.
Yes.
All right, sir, is your true and correct name William Cruz Alvarez?
¿Es su nombre correcto y verdadero William Cruz Álvarez?
Así es, William Cruz
That's right.
Álvarez.
William Cruz Álvarez.
All right, and you're being charged with driving while intoxicated with a blood alcohol level of greater or equal to 0.15. That's a class A misdemeanor. and a possession of marijuana of less than 2 ounces, a Class B misdemeanor. The Class B misdemeanor carries a potential penalty of up to 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $2,000 fine upon conviction. For the Class A misdemeanor, that carries a potential penalty of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction. Ms. Castañeda?
Ok, está usted frente a la corte por un cargo de manejar en estado de intoxicación con una concentración de alcohol mayor de 0.15%, una ofensa menor clase A, y una posesión de marihuana menor de 2 onzas, una ofensa menor clase B. Una ofensa menor clase B tiene una multa potencial de hasta 6 meses en la cárcel del condado de Hidalgo y una multa de hasta $2,000 por convicción. Una ofensa menor clase A tiene una multa potencial de hasta 1 año en la cárcel del condado de Hidalgo y una multa de hasta $4,000 por convicción.
Do you understand the range of punishment, sir?
¿Entiende usted el rango de castigo que puede recibir por el delito que está acusado?
Así es.
Yes.
Has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
¿Alguna corte lo ha declarado mentalmente incompetente, loco o demente?
No.
No.
Counselor, in speaking with your client, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
I do find him to be competent, Your Honor, and able to assist.
The court will make a finding that he's competent, able to assist you in his own defense, enters a plea of not guilty on each of the offenses of which he is charged today. Okay, so how much time do you need?
Your Honor, if I can have 30 days, just give me an opportunity to reach out to the state, Your Honor, and go forward from there, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Sosa, your announcement?
Yes, Judge, state respectfully requests an alcohol monitoring device on this Class A.
Okay, Ms. Castañeda, please ask Mr. Alvarez if the magistrating judge ordered him to get a device.
Mr. Álvarez, la corte anterior le ordenó un dispositivo de alcohol.
Creo que el juez de FAR me había dado.
Yes, the judge from FAR ordered.
Okay, and did he get it?
¿Y lo obtuvo?
Todavía no, de hecho no me lo dieron. Me había dicho que todavía en la corte me lo iban a dar.
Okay. I have not, because they told me that they were going to give it to me in this court.
Judge, if I may, I have spoken with him. He does not have it, obviously, as he stated. I did make him aware that that was going to be a condition one way or the other, Your Honor. So I'll make sure, if the court is inclined to allow him, to make sure that he gets the list of vendors, and I'll make sure that he gets it installed immediately, Your Honor.
The court is going to grant the state's request. Mr. Alvarez is ordered to obtain an alcohol monitoring device within 48 business hours that he receives the information. Ask him for his phone number.
¿Qué es su número de teléfono?
956-7657.
956-212-7657.
Let him know that probation department will contact him as soon as possible. Give him a list of approved vendors, and he's to obtain that device.
Okay. La gente de probation se va a contactar con usted para darle una lista de los vendedores para que obtenga usted el dispositivo.
Ok, perfecto.
Okay, perfect.
All right, I'll go ahead and have him come back on January the 20th at 9:30 for a status. You're on mute, Mr. Osorio.
I apologize, Judge. And from my understanding, that will be in person?
Not for a status. The
Not for- okay.
statuses will remain on Zoom.
Okay, thank you, Judge. And that's all I have before this honorable court. May I be excused?
You certainly may. Ms. Castañeda, please let
Thank you,
Mr. Cruz know, or Alvarez Cruz, or Cruz Alvarez.
Mr. Álvarez, su próxima corte es el día 20 de enero a las 9:30 de la mañana.
Ok, perfecto.
Okay, perfect.
He's excused.
Se puede retirar.
Ok, gracias.
Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Ms.
Thank you.
Attorney Mauricio Martinez, are you still in person or are you back at the office?
I'm back at the office, Judge. I finished up my plea in the 275th and we're across the street.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break.
quick 5-minute break. I would have been done. No, they had called my name in the beginning.
Mr.
Mr.
Salinas,
Salinas, you are not on mute.
Oh, I'm
So
sorry.
if you have a problem, contact your attorney because he has not gotten back on.
Oh, he hasn't? Let me contact him. Sorry about that, Judge.
Okay, Ms. Flores, are you ready?
Yes, Judge, ready.
Okay. So we are now back and on the record. Attorney Jonathan Munoz.
Thank you, Your Honor. And actually, I'm going to start, well, for the record, appearing on behalf of Ms. Tanya Ramirez. And I'm going to start with the gentleman that you were just talking to, number 92 in your docket. He also has a companion case with Mr. Hector Bustos, number 93 on your docket, for which he's retained. It is set for a violations hearing. And I just wanted to, sorry.
So Mr. Arellano is appearing on behalf of Mr. Bustos today, but he's been having a lot of difficulty in logging on for some reason. And so I don't think
If the
he's
court
on right now. Mr.
is
Arellano?
okay with that, I can
Mr.
Can y'all hear me
Arellano? Okay, no, that's Mr. Salinas. Mr. Arellano? Well, I can take him up on your case. I mean, he has violations on both. So it's CR 21-03728-I, State of Texas versus Martin Salinas III. Ms. Soto, what is the report on this?
Judge, he has his mobile device with safety check. I ran the report from when he obtained the device, October the 26th to December the 15th. He has 24 late tests and 76 missed tests. The last time he took a test, Judge, was on December the 4th.
Okay, so your client seems to think that it's not necessary for him to test and that he can just skip. Is this the first time that Mr. Salinas is in front of me with violations?
Yes, Judge.
So, Mr. Salinas, I'm not sure what it is that you're thinking as to why you feel that you can miss tests or that you can just decide to skip them or be late. It's not an option. Do you understand me?
Yes, ma'am. Your Honor, I misplaced it. That's why I haven't been able to do any tests. And as we speak, I'm at the hospital. My wife's about to have birth. So all that money I bought for the baby stuff, and I will get another one. Have to get a loan out or something, figure it out. But
Okay,
I'm
Mr.
here at the
Salinas,
hospital as we speak.
look, I empathize with your situation. However, you know, these alcohol costs money also. So you had money to have alcohol, and now you find yourself in this situation, and that came with a consequence that you are now having to get use your money. I understand your child is coming. However, you were ordered to do a mobile alcohol monitoring device and have it on you. It's called having it on your person. You have 2 offenses in front of me, and you misplaced it or whatever it is. I'm sorry, but you are my responsibility now because you're in front of me. And your attorneys can tell you that I don't take this lightly. So although I empathize with your situation, I didn't create it. So you need to find some time to go and get your mobile alcohol monitoring device. If you lost it, I don't know what they're going to do to you. I don't know if they're going to make you pay a replacement fee. I have no idea. I don't know anything about those vendors except that we have a list and you have to go and meet with them.
Yes,
Ms. Soto, who does he have this with?
Safety check.
With safety check.
When is your wife due to deliver?
She just did about an hour ago. We're still here. The doctor's supposed to keep us, I'm not sure till what time tomorrow. So as soon as I'm out of here, I can go ahead and go take care of that. I'll get a new one.
That device needs to be replaced and it needs to be activated by Monday.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that's the last opportunity that I'm going to give him.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr.
Yes, Your
Munoz,
Honor.
he has to obtain that device by Monday. And then the earliest that I can send him back here is going to be on January the 20th, and that's going to be for a status. If he has violations, he will be appearing in person at 1:30, and we'll let you know if that's the case. So
Yes, Your
he'll
Honor.
appear at 9:30 unless he has violations, and he'll appear at 1:30. And if you have violations, I'm gonna let you know right now, Mr. Salinas. When you come and present yourself in court, you better be prepared to turn yourself in. So don't come with whatever you don't want to be leaving at the jail when you get processed. So you need to think about it. Now I don't know if you have other children, but you're a brand new father to this child.
No, this is my firstborn, Your Honor.
Well, then, there you have it.
Yes.
Life has changed drastically, I'm sure, even in the last hour for you and your wife.
It sure is.
So hopefully you'll turn over a new leaf. You get your device on Monday, and let's see what you do.
Yes, Your Honor. I
What's your
appreciate
phone
it.
number?
956-778-0880.
Feel terrible for your wife having to listen to this after just giving birth. I just feel absolutely terrible for her. Anyway, you're excused.
Thank you, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Munoz, anything else?
Your Honor, just to clarify, are you also going to reset the case, Mr. Gonzalez's case for the same?
Yes, I'm going to keep them together.
All right, and then I do have another client, and that's numbers 80 and 81 on your docket, Mr. Luis Daniel Torres. It is set for a plea, Your Honor, but full disclosure to the court, as Ms. Soto can tell you, even as last time when we reset it, he had violations as well.
Okay, this is Luis Daniel Torres.
So
Mr. Munoz, is that on Luis Daniel Torres?
yes, Your Honor.
Okay, that's CR 1815887-I. Mr. Torres, are you present?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Soto, do we have a report on him?
Judge, the report I received from Toxalock indicates that he is not in compliance with the device. He's currently in termination status. He missed his calibration appointment, Judge.
Okay, what's the cause number for his DWI?
It is CR 20-10087-I.
Okay, Ms. Rivera, do we have a different setting for that one? Do you know?
I'm sorry, Judge. Could you repeat that cause number to me?
CR 20-10087-I.
Your Honor, for the record, it's technically set for a plea, but if you look at your docket to the right, it does also say violations of the.
That's correct, Judge.
Okay.
That docket number for you. 1 second, Judge. Number 80.
Number 80
and 81, Judge.
It's because, you know what, I don't know why I highlighted that for a NICI for some reason. Okay.
Your Honor, there was a NICI on the number 81, but that was recalled at the previous setting.
Oh, okay. All right. So then, Ms. Soto, do you know if this is the first time that he's been in front of me for a violation, or this is the second, right?
I think it's the second, Judge, yes.
Okay. All right. So then, so I've already admonished you once before, Mr. Torres. What's the problem?
There's no excuse. I've just been well, my father passed away a couple of months back, and there's absolutely no excuse. I've been irresponsible. I haven't been myself lately, but I'm willing to change that.
So he's on lockout, or what is he on?
Due to him not testing, Judge, I have him marked on his termination status due to him missing his appointment. So he needs to contact the vendor, either make payment, take the device in, and be in compliance, Judge. And I've been trying to reach out to him, Judge, and I don't get a call back from him.
Okay, look, Mr. Torres, ignoring the probation department isn't going to make it go away. And I understand that you've been through a lot in the last couple of months, sir. But I mean, if you don't start paying attention to this, you're going to end up incarcerated. It's as simple as that, because I've already admonished you previously. So now you're going to leave me no alternative than to place you on AIP and fine you $200 to be given to be donated to CASA. And you have to do that within 7 days. And you need to get back on that device within 48 business hours. So you have technically until Monday. What's your phone number?
956-478-1034.
So you better answer when probation calls you. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor. And what was the $200 to?
You're gonna have to give a donation to CASA. So the probation officer will let you know.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything else, Mr. Munoz?
No, Your Honor. I mean, do we get a reset for the plea? Because I don't know how that'll affect that aspect of it. On the assault case, there is an ADR recommendation. I did talk to the complaining witness. She has not done the non-prosecution affidavit, so I suppose we can set that for a status. And hopefully by then we can have the anger management certificate as well and receive the victim testimony.
I'm gonna keep them together on January 20th at 1:30, and it'll be in person.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
Excuse me, Judge, if I could interrupt for a quick second.
Yes, deputy.
We have 3 more inmates by any chance. Were they reset or is it, or anything going on with them?
What are the inmates' names?
We have Garcia Jose.
Mr. Palacios, I don't know if you made an announcement on that.
What number is it, ma'am?
Number 48, Your Honor.
No, there was no announcement on there.
Did he say Jose or Jorge?
I have Jose, Garcia Jose, but it's Jorge, but it is Jorge.
Oh, okay. That was, the attorney did come on earlier, but he didn't state that he was going to be making an announcement on this case.
And I have the notation, Judge, that it was to be dismissed per the felony plea.
Okay, does the state see on number 48, CR 21-09258-I, was the felony already taken care of?
I'm checking that now, Judge. I see there was a plea yesterday.
Okay, so as part
Judge,
of
if I
that,
may,
go ahead.
notations of the case notes on court entries for his felony case, CR 32-14-21D. I do have notation that conditions including dismissal of count 1 and misdemeanor in judgment. So I would assume that that's referring to the case we're just pending the dismissal.
That's correct, Judge. We'll get that file.
And what did he plea on the felony? Like, is that gonna take him up to TDC or what's the deal?
2 years TDC with credit for time served, 111 days.
Okay, but but a dismissal on this one.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So then we'll just set the tickler for January the 14th.
Yes, Your Honor, and I also have Jose Hernandez and Christopher Regino.
Okay, Jose Luis Hernandez, the attorney, was on earlier and then he logged off. So I don't know if he was coming back on or what. but they're to follow the felonies. But the thing is that they had a motion to reduce bond. So I don't know if he was urging that motion to reduce bond today, but he's not here to urge it. I mean, and Tech, I don't know if he went in. I'll have my staff contact him. If you can just wait a couple of minutes.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll go ahead and see if Mr. Ortegon is going to pop
I'm
back.
Honor, I apologize for that, Judge. I'm here. I'm ready. It's because I was waiting for, I'm logged on to several courts, Judge, but I'm definitely here.
All right, that's CR 21-08429-I, CR 21-08430-I, CR 21-08431-I. Jose Luis Hernandez, what's your announcement, Counselor?
Your Honor, my client, Mr. Hernandez, Judge, is being held on several cases. He has now been held for well over 6 months, especially on these 3 misdemeanors, Your Honor. I've been in contact with his family as well as him. These bonds are excessively high, Judge. He is not a flight risk. He's a U.S. citizen. He has, communication with me, I have communication with his family, Judge. We're asking that these bonds get lowered to PR bonds, Your Honor, so that my client could start working on making bail, getting back to work, making money, helping his family pay some bills so we can try to work these cases out, Your Honor.
Okay, what says the state?
Judge, the state can agree to a $1,500 cash surety bond on all these cases.
Your Honor, if this, we would ask for a PR bond. However, we do understand that he does have felonies, but I would like this court to consider that there is a lot of jail. I mean, he's almost been in custody for as long as you can be on these cases, Your Honor. We understand he's also being held on felonies. So if this honorable court would, maybe we can do like a $500 cash surety bond if this court's not inclined to grant PR bonds, Your Honor.
Okay, so then all these are Class A misdemeanors. So
And Judge,
almost, go ahead.
the reason to our objection to the PR bond is just the outstanding number of felonies and misdemeanors. It's just got a long list of pending cases, and they're all theft cases. So for those reasons, the state's an objection to a PR bond.
And I understand that, but the thing is that bonds are meant to ensure that they're going to show up to court. And if he has these cases against him, and all of them that I see, he's shown up to court. Mr. Ortegon, can you correct me if I'm wrong?
He's been in every court session we've had, Your Honor.
I mean, of course, but was he there prior to him being incarcerated, or is he only showing up because he's incarcerated?
Well, there's no nice eyes, Judge. There's no, not that I'm seeing on my end, Your Honor.
Okay, so the cases that are before the court today, each of them are non-violent cases. So I'm granting the defendant's motion to reduce bond. I'm reducing the bond on each of these cases on CR 21-08429-I, CR 21-08430-I, and CR 21-08431-I. Each one will be a $500 $500 PR bond on each one of those.
Thank you, Your Honor. We appreciate that. And Mr. Hernandez, we do have these same motions filed on the felonies that we're hoping to get set right away.
Thank you, Mr. Ortegon. Thank you, Judge. Happy holidays.
And that's all we have, Your Honor, at this time, Judge. And we would actually be respectfully requesting a reset as well. I know we are set for I guess, status también, or also, Judge.
Okay, so then January 20th at 1:30.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. That's all I have with this honorable court at this time. Be excused.
Oh, well, all I was going to say, and this is off the record, but Mr. Ortegon, I was going to say, ¿se te acabó el inglés? Okay.
Judge, yes. And it's funny because my Spanish isn't horrible, but it's pretty good. But every now and then I let those words slip up. It's my valley. It's my inner.
It's our Tex-Mex in us. Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
I love the Tex-Mex.
Your Honor, the last one we have, Your Honor, is Christopher Regino.
And you have a Merry Christmas, Your Honor.
Likewise. Okay, let me just check with Ms. Saldana. Thank
Yes,
you.
Judge.
All right, P0333-21-9, and that's Ashley Mendez versus Christopher Aquino. This is on a protective order.
Yes, Judge.
Okay,
Judge, and at this time, Mr. Regino, he does have Ricardo Flores, who is his attorney on an unrelated charge, so I'm not sure if the court would like to appoint Mr. Flores on the protective order case as well, or as I had previously been thinking, or Mr. Joe Bravo with the Public Defender's Office. But Mr. Flores is the attorney for a burglary of vehicles case that he has right now.
okay, so Mr. Gallino, previously for your other misdemeanor case, you had been appointed Mr. Ricardo Flores. So because this protective order is asking for, jail time, technically, you're entitled to have an attorney appointed to you. Are you fine with me appointing Ricardo Flores to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, and you've been incarcerated, do you recall since what time? What date?
I don't recall.
Okay. So I'm going to appoint Ricardo Flores to you. I'll have an order appointing that to that effect and sent out. And if Ms. Saldana, if you can assist the court and just let Mr. Flores know that he's been appointed on this case and see if maybe y'all can talk something out.
Yes, Judge. And then I guess if Mr. Regino is in agreement for, I'm not sure if the court would like a 20-day extension and reset or something further out.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a 30-day extension. Well, actually not 30 because then we're going to have. I'm extending it to a date certain of January 20th.
January 20th.
And then we'll come back at 1:30. And that's my first setting for that. So it'll be January the 20th at 1:30. And in between now and then, we'll see if Mr. Flores will be in touch with Ms. Saldana and see what they can work out.
Yes, Judge. I'll go ahead and get that included on the order and get it filed.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. I have nothing further. May I be excused?
Certainly may.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor. That completes the jail docket, Your Honor. Can we be excused?
Yes, thank you, Deputy, for.
Judge, my client should be in jail.
What's your
This is Mr. Mangy. I got number 66 on the docket.
Okay, Joseph Klekak, K-L-E-C-A-K.
Your Honor, he wasn't on our docket, so we did not bring him in, Your Honor.
Okay. Because he's ready for a plea, right?
Yes, Judge.
I'm not sure because he's on my docket. He's number 66 and he's on there as a jail case.
Well, what's his name, Your Honor?
Joseph Klekak, I think K-L-E-C-A-K.
Would you happen to have his PIN number by any chance, Your Honor? The SO number.
Yeah, 01507769.
I guess if you can give us about 3 minutes, Your Honor, we can see if we can get him for you.
Yes, please, because he's ready for a plea. Okay, we'll wait for you.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. All right, Ms. Gutierrez, Lily Gutierrez.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I am here on Mr. Jesus Eduardo Martinez. He's in a t-shirt, orange wall behind him, and it's on number 23 on your docket.
Okay, CR 21-10720-5. Okay, Ms. Diaz, you were not on mute and you do not cuss in my courtroom. Whose client is that? Whose client is that?
Judge, she's number 62. So I have the Public Defender's Office.
Mr. Bravo, is that your client or is that Mr. Osuna's client?
Yes, is mine.
Joseph Clickett?
Yes, you have him? Okay, one moment. Well, I'm not going to tolerate her cussing. Mr. Bravo, I'm
Yes,
not
Your
going to
Honor.
tolerate your client cussing.
It was an accident. I'm sorry.
No. Have her appear in person on January the 20th at 1:30. That way we have no problem with your microphone, whether you're muted or not unmuted. You will show this court respect in person. Get off my screen. What? All right, Ms. Gutierrez?
Yes, Your Honor. President, Mr. Martinez is present and ready for an arraignment. He does have a felony pending.
Okay. And do you have the CR number on that?
And this is a DWI.
And do you have the CR number on your on the felony?
I'm sorry?
The CR number on the felony, it's still at intake?
No. He's been indicted. The CR number is CR 2542-21I, and he's set for arraignment on the 5th of January.
Okay.
And Your Honor, he's a Spanish speaker.
Okay, Ms. Castañeda, are you still with us? Okay. Now, Ms. Castañeda, please have him raise his right hand.
Mr. Martínez, por favor, levante su mano derecha.
Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Jura que el testimonio que está a punto de dar es la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad.
Sí.
Yes.
Is your true and correct name Jesús Eduardo Martínez?
¿Es su nombre correcto y verdadero Jesús Eduardo Martínez?
Sí.
Yes.
You're being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. It carries a potential penalty of up to 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $2,000 fine upon conviction. Does he understand the range of punishment he can receive for the offense of which he is charged?
¿Está usted frente a esta corte con un cargo de un daño criminal, una ofensa menor clase B de manejar en estado de intoxicación? Una ofensa menor clase B carga una multa potencial de hasta 6 meses en la cárcel del condado de Hidalgo y hasta una multa de hasta $2,000 por convicción. ¿Entiende usted el rango de castigo que puede recibir por la ofensa que está acusado?
Sí.
Did he say yes or no?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. Sir, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
¿Alguna corte lo ha declarado mentalmente incompetente, loco o demente?
No.
No.
Counselor, in speaking with your client, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe Mr. Martinez is competent and able to assist me in his own defense.
Okay. Then the court will find that Mr. Martinez is competent, able to assist his attorney in his own defense and enters a plea of not guilty on his behalf.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, what says the state?
Yes, Judge, this was a traffic stop. Still, I'm sorry, I'm getting a little feedback. State requests a device, respectfully, Judge.
Okay, so at this
Your
time,
Honor, this is a Class B misdemeanor. I think it's his first offense. He did take the breathalyzer. I think it was 0.11, but we are asking for consideration on the fact that he does have it is a Class B.
That's
first
correct.
okay, at this time, the court is not going to order an alcohol monitoring device for Mr. Martinez, and he's to return. How much time do you need, Ms. Gutierrez?
Your Honor, a January setting is plenty. I do have discovery in this case, including media discovery.
Okay, for a status or a plea?
A status, if it turns into a plea, Your Honor, I'll certainly let the court know.
Okay, January 20th at 9:30. Ms. Castañeda, please let him know.
Mr. Martínez, su próxima corte es el día 20 de enero a las 9:30 de la mañana.
Okay.
And that is in person, Your Honor?
If it's a plea, yes. If it's a status, Zoom.
Very well, Your Honor. I have nothing further before this honorable court, neither does Mr. Martinez. May we be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you, Your Honor. Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.
Merry Christmas. Mr. Marty Salinas, it's unnecessary for you to be on anymore, sir. Your announcement was already concluded.
Señor Martínez, se puede retirar.
Gracias.
Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Arellano, what we did on his, because of the fact that Mr. Munoz was here on the other case, it was the same violation. And so what we did is we just went ahead and set him for a status on January 20th, and he has to obtain his device, get it reinstated by Monday. If he doesn't have it reinstated by Monday and he has violations, then he'll be moved to an in-person docket. Okay, well, you're on mute, Mr. Arellano, so I don't know if you heard all that.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, sir. You and Mr.
Thank you.
Salinas are excused.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Maldonado, Santos Maldonado. Teresa Coronado. Attorney Teresa Coronado.
Yes, good afternoon, Judge. Judge, I have I believe it's number 18 on your docket. We're present and ready for an arraignment, and my client is a Spanish speaker.
Okay, CR 20-09369-I, Julian Jaime Granados. Is Mr. Granados present? Julián Granados está presente. Julián Granados. Do you see him on there anywhere?
I do not, Judge, but I know that he's been calling, telling me that he's been waiting, and I tell him just to wait patiently and listen for his name. I do not see him though.
Well,
I will give him a call, Judge, and I'll get back on with the court.
okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Bravo, what other case did you have?
Yes, Your Honor, the number 57, Judge.
CR 18-00354-I, Talia Alejandro. Is Miss Alejandro present?
Yes, I'm here. Hold on. I'm at work. Give me a minute.
What's the status on her, Mr. Bravo?
Judge, she is trying to raise we are just basically asking for additional time for the $500 pretrial diversion fee. I spoke with her yesterday. She's about $200.
I have 400 now.
So
I was able to get.
making
Hold on.
good progress, Judge.
I was able to get the other 200. Oh, I'm so sorry. Because I'm at work. Give me a minute. Okay. I was able to get the other 200. I do get paid every 2 weeks here now.
Okay, so then how much longer do you need to get the extra $100?
A little after the holidays, since it is the holidays. So January.
Okay. February the 3rd at 9:30. I'm going to set her for a status.
February 3rd.
If for some reason she's ready for placement, let us know. We'll change her.
We'll do, Your Honor. We'll also leave it till 1:30 slot.
Yes, 1:30. Can we?
No, she's going to be, it's February the 3rd at 9:30. It's going to be a status. Okay? Anything else, Mr. Bravo?
On behalf of Talia, nothing else.
I'm sorry?
No, on behalf of Ms. Alejandro, nothing else.
Okay, Ms. Alejandro, you're excused.
Thank you.
What
Have a
other
good
case?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
On the other, the Brandy Diaz, which the court addressed, reset her cases for January the 20th. For the record, it's number 61 and 62 on the docket.
Yes, she'll come in person.
And Judge, she did call me afterwards. She called to apologize. She was very pregnant, Judge, and she was throwing up at the time, and she didn't understand. She didn't realize that her unmute button had been pressed.
She wasn't
So she-
throwing up. She was cussing very clearly. And if you
I know.
want to go back when we finish, we'll post to YouTube and you can go back and listen to what she said.
Oh, she doesn't. She admits she said it. She's just the reason why. So she did call me to apologize. I just got the phone number wrong.
Well, all right. Anyway, she'll be in person, so we'll take her up then. Okay, anything else?
And just on that case, those two cases, Judge, I believe I've been speaking with Eduardo. I believe those cases will be set for plea. So we are trying to work out those plea agreements on those two cases.
Okay, well, we'll see. Okay,
Will do.
thank you.
All right, thank you. Every excuse.
Uh-huh. Okay, thanks. All right, Mr. Martinez.
Judge, good afternoon. I've got number 58 on your docket, Mr. Bernardino Alvarado. He's on my screen too.
All right, Bernardino Alvarado, are you president? President.
He might be the president of something.
You
Judge.
might be the president of something. Are you present?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the president of anything?
I mean, in the future, you never know.
Yeah, okay, hold on real quick.
Judge, we got to work on getting this case dismissed first.
Exactly.
I've been in contact
first.
with the judge. I am requesting an ADR. My understanding is this is his first offense. He's also not local, Judge. He's out of the state of, correct me if I'm wrong, Minnesota or Wisconsin, Mr. Alvarado?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. And so Judge, Mr. Sosa says he will consider it. He's not deciding on that yet, but he is requesting time as well to look at the options of any ADRs that may be available.
That's correct, Judge.
Okay. So how much time are you requesting?
Judge, I don't need to rush Mr. Sosa on this matter, and then I know that we have about 2 dead weeks coming up, so late January.
Okay, I have January the 20th, but do you want a status or the plea docket?
A status, please, Judge.
Okay, January 20th at 9:30.
Yes, ma'am. And then may myself and the president be excused, Judge.
Yes,
Thank y'all again, Judge. Y'all stay safe. Merry Christmas.
thank you. Okay, I'm about to lose my translator right now, so I need to know who else is Spanish speaking. Yes, Mr. Alvarado, President Alvarado, you are excused. Okay. So Ms. Coronado, I know that you said that that your client was on. I haven't seen him. Have you seen him? I know he was Spanish speaking.
Judge, I'm here.
Okay, but is your client on?
I've been looking for him, Judge. I called his wife and we're trying to find him. He said he was gonna be on a laptop, but he didn't put his name. So I don't know if the people that are Galaxy or iPhones are him.
Okay, so what other Spanish speakers do we have from the attorneys that are on right now? Do you all have any Spanish speakers? Okay, so who is this usuario de Zoom? Who is this person? Who is the client?
Judge, if I may,
Yes,
that's going to be Ms. Diana Yosabeth Loredo Rodriguez.
what number?
She is number
21, Judge.
Yes. She's actually outside our office, Judge.
Okay, so she doesn't have an attorney, so we need to appoint one to her. All right, okay, so not her. All right, anybody else? All right, I guess no other Spanish speakers. Ms. Castaneda, you are excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, if for some reason if he comes on, Ms. Coronado, we'll try to see what we can do. All right?
Okay, thank you, Judge. Appreciate it.
Okay, Mr. Alanis?
Yes, good afternoon, Your Honor.
Yes, sir, what number?
Judge, I have number 76 on the docket.
CR 20-00359-I, Jose Javier Reyes. Is Mr. Reyes present?
I believe he is,
Yes,
Judge.
ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Please put your camera on.
Will do.
Okay, what is the announcement?
Your Honor, we were set for a plea. I did sign Mr. Reyes up and I sent the plea papers to Mr. Sosa. And I think it's just a misunderstanding. What was offered was deferred. He replied that the statute requires that the offense be after September 1st, 2019 to qualify for deferred. And he actually got the DWI on October 12th, 2019. So it is after September 1st.
That's correct, Judge. My apologies. I was actually staffing the case, but it turns out he's correct, and we are ready to go forward with the plea.
Okay, well then be on standby so that I'll take up the pleas just shortly.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Solis?
Good afternoon, Judge. I'm here on two matters. Mr. Rigoberto Cano, number 7 of your docket.
CR 21-10238-I, Mr. Cano, is he present?
Yes, Judge, I do see, I believe he's the one that says Cano, iPhone Cano, if I'm not mistaken.
Rigoberto Cano. Rigoberto Cano. I don't know, do you want to call him?
Yes, Judge, we can recall it because he did call my office that he was logged in, so I'm assuming that's him, but I'll call him. Judge, I'm also here on number 75, Miss Francisca Ramos, she is logged in.
CR 21-00679-I, Francisca Ramos, are you present? Francisca Ramos? Where do you see her?
There's somebody logged on with that name, Judge. I'm assuming that's her. It says Francisca Ramos.
Francisca Ramos, I'm asking for them to unmute, so I'll see.
Hello?
Yes, okay, Ms. Ramos, you need to be paying attention.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, what's your announcement, Counselor?
Judge, there is another matter that's still in intake, a felony, so we're just awaiting that, Judge.
Okay. March 3rd at 9:30.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, we'll see you then, Ms. Ramos, you're excused.
Thank you.
Can I be Judge, I believe Mr. Cano is now looking at the camera.
My
Okay.
bad, my bad, ma'am. I was telling my workers what to do. My bad.
I'm sorry, Judge.
I'm sorry, Judge.
Okay, raise your right hand. You swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
It's okay, Mr. Solis, I actually needed that laugh after what I had this today. So anyway, I'll take my bad in this situation this one time, okay? Mr. Cano, is your true and correct name Rigoberto Cano?
Yes, ma'am.
You're being charged with driving while intoxicated. That's a Class B misdemeanor. It carries a potential penalty of up to 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $2,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand the range of punishment that you can receive, sir, for the offense of which you are charged?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, sir, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No.
And sir, I apologize. You also are you're charged with 2 driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. Each of them have the same range of punishment that I just explained to you. So, Mr. Solis, do you find that your client is competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
He's competent and able to assist, Judge.
All right, then the court will find that Mr. Cano is competent, able to assist his attorney in his own defense, and further enters a plea of not guilty on each of the offenses. CR 20-02003, I'm assuming that's going to change to I, and CR 21-10238-I. Now, Mr. Solis, on the CR 21-10238-I, a notice of appearance needs to be filed, sir.
Yes, Judge, I noticed that. Thank you. I've instructed my staff to do that.
Okay, and what's the state's announcement?
I'm sorry, Judge, on this one, we had an ADR pending restitution being paid and a theft intervention course.
No, but what this is the arraignment hearing. So what's your announcement? Are you asking for a device today?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Solis, do you have any response?
Judge, I would just object. I believe they're both misdemeanor Bs, if I'm not mistaken. I would just like to put that on the record, Judge, defer to the court.
Okay. Mr. Cano, because you have 2 DWI arrests, sir, I'm ordering that you be placed on a mobile alcohol monitoring device. I do need a phone number for you.
956-904-9953.
Okay, sir, you'll receive a call from the probation department as soon as possible at their earliest convenience. They'll give you a list of vendors and then you'll get in touch with them. You are to obtain it within 48 business hours, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
All right, anything else?
Yeah. I just wanted to ask the state regarding what they said on the offer. Did I hear something regarding a theft?
I'm sorry, sir. I was looking at Francisca Ramos.
Okay.
Yeah, that caught me. So I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Mr. Connell's like, hold up. I may have been drinking and driving, but I did not steal anything.
No.
Okay. All right. How much time do you need, Mr. Solis?
Judge, he does have a pending accompanying felony that's set for an arraignment in March, Judge. I don't know if the court would give us a setting till then.
Okay,
March
but do you know what date in March?
March 16.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. Okay, hold on. Let me see what I have. Okay, let's come back on March the 24th.
March 24th.
Now, I'll bring you in sooner if for some reason he has violations or has not gotten the alcohol monitoring device. So it'll be March 24th at 9:30 for both of those. Okay, Mr. Cano?
March 24, 9:30.
Yes.
Okay, man. Appreciate it, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. You have a good day.
You too. Merry Christmas.
Okay, Merry Christmas, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Bye.
May I be excused, Judge?
Yes, sir. Anything
Thank you.
else? Then? No?
I'm sorry?
Oh, no, I just remembered something. It's okay. Okay. Mr. Santos Maldonado?
Present, Judge.
Okay.
Have an arraignment on number 24 and 25.
All right, and is Mr. Martinez present?
He is, Your Honor.
Mr. Martinez, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, this is CR 21-10976-I, CR 21-10977-I. Raise your right hand, sir. Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, is Juan Martinez your true correct name?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're being charged with duty on striking a fixture or highway landscape of greater or equal than $200, a Class B misdemeanor, and a driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor.
Yes, ma'am.
Each of those offenses carry a penalty of up to 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $2,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand the range of punishment that you can receive for the offenses of which you are charged?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, ma'am.
Oh, you can lower your hand, Mr. Martinez. I'm sorry. All right, counselor, in speaking with your client, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
He is competent, Judge. He understands the charges. He would enter a plea not guilty to both charges.
Okay, the court will find that Mr. Martinez is competent, able to assist his attorney in his own defense and accept his pleas of not guilty on each of these cases. All right, how much, and oh wait, let me let the state make their announcement.
I'm sorry, Judge. I was sending to an email. On what case are we on? I'm sorry.
Okay, we're on number 24 and 25. I'm assuming you're going to be asking for a device on number 25.
That's correct, Judge. That's correct, Judge. We're cordially asking for a device.
All right, any response, Mr. Maldonado?
I believe he has one already, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Martinez, do you have an alcohol monitoring device?
Yes, I do, ma'am.
Okay, who do you have that with?
The Smart Start I've had it for about 6 months.
Okay. Ms. Soto, can you please request the report for his device? Mr. Martinez, what is your phone number?
956-274-8966.
All right, then at this time, then what I'm going to do, Mr. Martinez, I'm going to request for my probation officer to get the report from your device for the time period that you've had it. I'll have you come back on January the 20th at 9:30. And at that time, I'll take up any requests for bond modification depending on how you did on your device, okay?
Okay.
All right, so it'll be January 20th at 9:30 and that'll still be via Zoom.
That's all we have.
Thank you, ma'am.
Excuse, Your Honor.
Yes, you may be excused.
You have a good day.
Thank you, likewise. Okay, I'm gonna start looking at the pleas now. So if you have a plea, if you can do me a favor and use the raise your hand reaction button so it can take you to the top and I make sure I have your clients. Ms. Duvernay, if you can do a raise your hand instead of the thumbs up, it won't take you to the top unless it's there you go. Okay, so then it's Mr. Alanis, Mr. Fonseca, Mr. Ramos, Mr. Mangi, Mr. Duvernay. I'm sorry, Ms. Duvernay, and is that and that are ready for a plea? Okay, Mr. Santiago Solis.
Yes.
Okay, you have your raise your hand reaction button on.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I need to wait still or what's going on. I don't know if you called my name already or not. I did a PR bond.
Who is your attorney? Do you have one assigned to you yet, or did you retain one?
No, no. They just told me I had court today, and they told me it was gonna be via Zoom.
Okay, you're number 40 on the court's docket, and this is your arraignment hearing. So, sir, are you going to be obtaining an attorney, or are you going to be asking the court to appoint one to you?
Court appointed one is fine, but
And I need you to raise your right hand then. Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
yes, ma'am.
You can lower your hand. Do you work?
I do. I'm in Illinois right now. That's the problem.
But are you working full time?
Well, yeah, yes, ma'am.
And what is the amount of income that you earn per month?
Per month, maybe like 3,000.
And what are the amount of your expenses per month?
My expenses, 4, 6, 8, about 1,600.
Okay. Do you have any children that are your dependents?
I do not. I'm by myself. I'm single.
Okay. So you are not indigent, and you do need to retain an attorney, sir. I'll give you some time to do that. I understand you're in Illinois, but as of right now, we're still doing things via Zoom. So you'll need to start looking for somebody in Hidalgo County that can help you, okay?
And my charges are, what is it? It's DUI, no?
Okay, English only. It's driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor.
But see, the thing is, I wasn't under the influence of anything, and they didn't do a breathalyzer or a blood test or anything. So I don't know what I'm being charged for.
Okay, so we're not going to discuss that today because you do not have an attorney unless you're refusing an attorney and you're going to represent yourself. So other than that, I'm going to give you an opportunity to hire an attorney. And so I'm not going to appoint one. All right, so you have some time, look around in Hidalgo County. I'm sure you can do either you can contact the State Bar of Texas and they'll give you an opportunity to be able to speak to somebody. But I'll have you come back in the next arraignment hearing. So I'm going to give you at least about 30 days to do that. So Ms. Rivera, when is our next DWI arraignments in February, ma'am?
February the 3rd, Judge.
All right, so you're going to come back on February the 3rd. at 1:30. And you need to have your attorney by then. Okay?
February 3rd at 1:30, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I mean, I can't fix it, or I can't, like, we can't do anything right now,
No, sir.
even though I wasn't under the influence of anything. There's no proof of anything, and there's no nothing.
Okay, so I'm not going to discuss the case with you. So I'm not going to, that your job is to find an attorney that will advocate for you and say exactly what it is that you're saying. So if you believe that you were not under the influence and you want to use that as a defense, that's certainly your right, but it's not today. Okay?
That's okay. That's
All
fine.
right. Okay, good luck to you, sir.
Appreciate it. Thank you. You have a good day.
Okay, likewise. Okay, Ms. Coronado, you found your client?
No, Judge, and I don't know if the court would entertain giving me a reset. I know he's been calling that he's been trying that. I don't know what happened to him, Judge. His wife is looking for him.
What number was he?
Number 18, Judge.
Okay, come back on February the 3rd at 1:30.
February 3rd at 1:30. Thank you
Yeah,
so
but
much,
just
Judge.
remember it'll be in person.
Yes, ma'am, in person.
Okay, thank you.
Be excused, Judge.
Yes.
Thank you. Have a
Okay.
good holiday.
Oh, you too. Thank you. Mr. Villalobos, what number?
Judge, I'm sorry, but I don't have the number. It's Mr. Jose Casas, Your Honor. It was,
What is
he
he
said for an
for?
arraignment, Judge. I know he's been there since 2, but I would at some other hearing, so I don't know if you called him and just wanted to.
Number 9, Judge.
CR
So back to Mr.
2109, CR 2109425-I, Jose Alberto Casas.
He's present, Judge.
Mr. Casas, can you hear me?
Yes.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is Jose Alberto Casas your true and correct name?
Correct, Your Honor.
You're being charged with driving while intoxicated. That's a Class B misdemeanor. That carries a potential penalty of up to 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $2,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand that range of punishment, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, Your Honor.
Counselor, in speaking with your client, do you find him to be competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
He is competent, Your Honor.
Then the court will find that Mr. Casas is competent, able to assist his attorney in his own defense, and enters a plea of not guilty on his behalf. That's what says the state.
Yes, Judge, there was an accident on this case. State respectfully requests an alcohol monitoring device.
Judge, if I may address that, Mr. Casas, he's a technician at a dialysis center, and the accident referred to, Judge, is simply, he has a Jeep, and it's got the 6-inch lift, and one of the forks broke, so he veered off and hit a tire in a car. And that's all it was, just a damage to a tire, and it's been paid by insurance. That was the extent of it. The arm broke. I'll be showing proof of that later to the court. That's what caused it. It wasn't that he was out drunk, and he was, whether or not he was talking, we'll argue that later, but that's what actually caused it. It was just damage to a tire, which has been paid by his insurance company, Judge, because the arm broke on his lift.
Okay, at this time, the court is going to grant the state's request. He'll be placed on an alcohol monitoring device. And Mr. Casas, what is your phone number?
956-803-2534.
Okay, sir, probation will contact you at their earliest convenience. And you are to obtain that mobile alcohol monitoring device within 48 hours.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, I mean, okay, because really if it wasn't for the accident, then everything else wouldn't have transpired from there. So we'll see how he does, and let's see how, if he has no violations, we can always revisit having it removed.
I understand that, Judge. Thank you so much, Your Honor. You have a good day now.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'll take care. All right, bye-bye. Okay, I have a Miguel Gonzalez. Miguel Gonzalez.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you here for an arraignment, do you know?
Yes, but I don't have a lawyer.
Yes. Okay, so are you asking for a lawyer to be, an attorney to be appointed to you, or will you be hiring an attorney?
If it's if they give it to me, it's perfect.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir, state your full name for the record.
Miguel Gonzalez.
And what do? Do you work?
Yes, ma'am.
Where are you working?
I work at Best Buy.
Are you working full-time or part-time?
Food part-time.
I'm sorry?
A part-timer.
Okay, how much do you make a month?
12 to 1,500.
Okay, and how much are your expenses?
Around $800.
Do you have any dependents?
No.
So being the amount of income that you have and the ratio to the amount of expenses that you have, the court will find that you are indigent, qualify for a court-appointed attorney. Ms. Rivera, who's next on the wheel?
Judge, next on the wheel, we have Mr. Anthony Halili.
Okay, Mr. Jalili is your court-appointed attorney. On both cases, we have to notify him, and then your arraignment will be reset to February the 3rd at 1:30, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. All right, sir. You have a good day.
Likewise, ma'am. Merry
All right.
Christmas as well.
Thank you. You too.
Bye-bye.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, Mr. Alanis, give me the number again of your client that we're going to enter the plea on.
Yes, Your Honor, it's 76.
Okay, Jose Javier Reyes. Can you hear me? Jose Javier Reyes.
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Okay, leave your microphone on. Make sure that you are in a quiet place, sir. We're about to get started, okay? Mr.
Yes, ma'am.
Fonseca, the number?
Your Honor, it's number 59 and 60 for Cali Carranza.
Okay, Mr. Carranza, are you present?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
Okay, sir, please make sure that you keep your microphone on, and that way you can participate, okay?
Okay.
Your Honor, if I may, just for clarity, he's actually pleading on the third charge, the POM that we discussed a little bit earlier. It's not on the docket, but that will dispose of these two cases.
Okay, and that was the CR 20-00362-I, right?
Correct.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Ramos, which case?
I was on mute. Your Honor, I'm here on number 85. It's State of Texas versus Jose Solis.
And is Mr. Solis present?
Yes,
I'm
I
here.
saw him here on the. There he is, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Solis, make sure that you stay unmuted, sir, okay? And that you're in a place where we can hear you. All right, and Mr. Mangi, your client is there at the jail?
Yes, Your Honor, number 66.
Okay. Sir, how do you pronounce your last name?
Playcheck.
Playcheck.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay, and Ms. Duvernay, which one is yours?
Yes, Your Honor, it's number 86, 87, and 88.
Okay. Jose Ricardo Juarez, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, make sure that you stay unmuted. Okay, Mr. Sergio Munoz, which one is yours?
Judge, I just had one case that was set for announcement, Judge, and another one that was set for a plea, even though it's set for a plea.
Okay, so is Ivan Lopez ready for the plea?
Yes, Judge, Ivan Lopez should be ready for a plea, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am, I am.
I did have number 63, Judge, which was Jose Daniel Gutierrez that was set for a plea, which I just wanted to advise the court I think was incorrect, and maybe we had given the wrong information because this.
Ya me están preocupando.
Hold on.
Están buscando todo el
Mr.
día,
Juarez,
están buscando.
Mr. Juarez,
Yes,
We
ma'am.
can hear you. Okay, you're
Oh,
unmuted,
I'm sorry.
remember? So don't
sorry,
be
I'm sorry.
talking to anybody else. You are now just focused on this, okay? All right. So then you need more time on that, Mr. Munoz?
Just on Mr. Gutierrez, yes, Your Honor, it was incorrect. I guess, like I said, I think we gave the wrong information to set it for a plea because it was our understanding that it was our first appearance on an assault case, on this assault case.
Okay, and how much time are you requesting?
Judge, 30 days is fine, Judge. I already have the discovery, so that way I can work with my client to try to resolve it.
Okay, so do you want a status or another plea date?
Status, Your Honor.
January 20th at 9:30. Okay, Mr. Lopez, I'm gonna need you to get out of bed. Either sit, unless you're medically, is that, because I think you're in bed is what I think you are.
I'm sitting in bed, ma'am, because the living room, the kids are having school.
Do you have a chair or anything that you can sit in that room?
No, but let me go outside, ma'am. See if there's
No,
not
that's
much
fine.
noise.
I just need you to sit up. Don't be lying
Okay, no
down.
problem.
Okay, just
No problem, ma'am.
sit on the bed. Just sit up. Don't be lying down. All right, so he's ready. All right.
Judge, and I did have a number 33 set for an arraignment, Judge. I think he should have been on already. If not, if the court would just give me an opportunity, I can make sure that he's still logged on. Vincent Michael Ramirez.
Vincent Ramirez, is Mr. Vincent Ramirez present? Okay. You can, what I'll do for the sake of time, Mr. Munoz, is that just reset him for February the 3rd at 1:30.
Yes,
But
Your Honor.
but that'll be in person, sir.
In person. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So then this is who I have. Jose Javier Reyes, Cali Carranza, Jose Armando Solis, Joseph Fletchek, Jose Juarez, and Ivan Lopez. Anybody that I missed?
Your Honor, I'm actually standing in also for Alex Munoz. He has number 72, Brandon Molina. It's a PTD placement.
Okay, Brandon Molina. Is Mr. Molina present?
I see him on the screen, Your Honor.
I'm right here.
Brandon Molina, you need to stay unmuted, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, all the defendants that I just called out, you need to raise your right hand. Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yes or no, Jose Reyes?
Yes.
Yes or no, Mr. Carranza?
Yes.
Mr. Solis?
Yes.
Mr. Kletchek?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Mr. Juarez?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Lopez?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Molina?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, lower your hands. Okay, then I need you to listen carefully. NCR 20-00362-I, State of Texas versus Cali Carranza. Is that your, Cali Michael Carranza, is that your true and correct name, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're being charged with the possession of marijuana of less than 2 ounces of Class B misdemeanor. I will tell you what that range of conditions is shortly. CR 21-12532-I, State of Texas versus Joseph Lee Kletchek. Is that your true and correct name?
Yes, ma'am.
You're being charged with possession of controlled substance, penalty group 3 of less than 28 grams. That's a Class A misdemeanor. And CR 20-02186-I, State of Texas versus Ivan Maldonado Lopez, to the offense of driving while intoxicated. You're being charged for driving while intoxicated. It's a Class B misdemeanor. CR 19-13826-I, State of Texas versus Brandon Molina. You're being charged with driving while intoxicated. That's a Class B misdemeanor. CR 20-00359-I, State of Texas versus Jose Javier Reyes. You're being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. NCR 20-10087. No, I'm sorry, he didn't plead. NCR 21-03585-I, State of Texas versus Jose Armando Solis. You're being charged with possession of marijuana of less than 2 ounces, a Class B misdemeanor. NCR 10787-I, State of Texas versus Jose Ricardo Juarez. You're being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. And you are also being charged with a second driving while intoxicated, a second offense. No, another charge of driving while intoxicated, Class B misdemeanor. I didn't want you to misinterpret it that you're being charged with a DWI second. It's just another driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. Okay? Now, a Class B misdemeanor carries a potential penalty of up to 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $2,000 fine upon conviction. A Class A misdemeanor carries a potential penalty of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand the range of punishment that you can receive for the offense of which you are charged, Mr. Carranza? Yes or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Reyes, yes or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Solis, yes or no?
Yes.
Mr. Claycheck, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Juarez, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Lopez, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Molina, yes or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, all of you have a right to an attorney and the right to a trial by jury. You can waive one or both of those rights by signing a written document with the court. Did you have an opportunity to review that document with your attorney before signing it? Yes or no, Mr. Reyes?
Yes.
Yes or no, Mr. Carranza?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Solis?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Claycheck?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Juarez?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Lopez?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Molina?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand when you signed that document that you were waiving your right to a trial by jury? Yes or no, Mr. Reyes?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Carranza?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Solis?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Claycheck?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Juarez?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Lopez?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Molina?
Yes, ma'am.
Then the court will accept your waivers of trial by jury. Has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane? Yes or no, Mr. Reyes?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Carranza?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Solis?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Claycheck?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Juarez?
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Mr. Lopez?
No, ma'am.
And Mr. Molina?
No, ma'am.
Counsel, speaking with your clients, do you find them to be mentally competent and able to assist you in their own defense? Mr. Alanis?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Fonseca?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Ramos?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Mangi?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Green?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Munoz?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then the court will make a finding that all the defendants before the court are mentally competent and able to assist their attorneys in their own defense. Do each of you understand if the punishment that I assess does not exceed what's being recommended by the state, you will need this court's permission to file an appeal? Yes or no, Mr. Reyes?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Carranza?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Solis?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Claycheck?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Juarez?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Lopez?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Molina?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you further understand that the court does not have to accept the state's recommendation? Yes or no, Mr. Reyes?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Carranza?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Solis?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Claycheck?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Juarez?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Lopez?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Molina?
Yes, Your Honor.
At this time, I need to ask you if you're a U.S. citizen. Mr. Reyes, are you a U.S. citizen? Yes or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Carranza? Mr. Carranza, I'm sorry?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Solis?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Claycheck?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Juarez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Lopez?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Molina?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Lopez, if you're not a U.S. citizen, then entering a plea or no contest will result in your deportation, exclusion, or admission from our country and denial of naturalization under federal law. Do you understand the consequences of your plea today, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing and understanding the consequences of your plea and immigration status, do you further wish to enter into your plea today?
Yes, ma'am.
NCR 20-00362-I in the state of Texas versus Cali Michael Carranza for the offense of possession of marijuana of less than 2 ounces, a Class B misdemeanor. How do you plead, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
NCR 21-13532-I in the state of Texas versus Joseph Lee Claycheck for the offense of possession of controlled substance, penalty group 3 of less than 28 grams, a Class A misdemeanor. How do you plead, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
NCR 20-02186-I in the state of Texas versus Ivan Maldonado Lopez to the offense of driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. How do you plead, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
NCR 19-13826-I in the state of Texas versus Brandon Molina to the offense of driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. How do you plead, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
NCR 20-00359-I in the state of Texas versus Jose Javier Reyes to the offense of driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. How do you plead, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
NCR 21-03585-I in the state of Texas versus Jose Armando Solis to the offense of possession of marijuana of less than 2 ounces, a Class B misdemeanor. How do you plead, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
NCR 20-10787-I in the state of Texas versus Jose Ricardo Juarez to the offense of driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. How do you plead, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
NCR 21-07174-I in the state of Texas versus Jose Ricardo Juarez to the offense of driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. How do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
And are each of you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? Yes or no, Mr. Reyes?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Carranza?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Solis?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Claycheck?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Juarez?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Lopez?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Molina?
Yes, ma'am.
Then the court will accept your pleas as being freely and voluntarily given. I will call for state's evidence at this time.
Yes, Your Honor. State offers plea documents and offense reports as States Exhibit 1. Notification and certification of defendant's right of appeal, States Exhibit 2. Waiver of Article 39.14 disclosures as States Exhibit 3. Waiver of risks and needs assessment as States Exhibit 4. And PTD packs as States Exhibit 5. State would request defense counsel stipulate to venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court. Further, state would request defense counsel stipulate to the fact that all evidence which has been e-filed is sufficient to corroborate today's pleas.
Okay, any objections, counselors? Mr. Alanis?
No objection, Judge, and we do stipulate to the venue, jurisdiction, and the sufficiency of the evidence.
Okay, Mr. Fonseca? You're on mute.
Same announcement for Mr. Carranza and Mr. Molina, Your Honor.
Mr. Ramos?
Same announcement for Mr. Solis, Your Honor.
Mr. Mangi?
Same announcement for Mr. Claycat.
Mr. Bernay?
No objection, Your Honor, and so stipulated.
And I think it cut off on you, but it was no objection. Is that
No
correct?
objection, correct.
Okay.
So stipulated, yes.
Mr. Munoz?
No objections, Your Honor, and so agreed and stipulated.
Okay, there being no objections from defense counsel as to the exhibits are hereby admitted and approved. Okay, so now we're going to enter the sentencing phase, which means that after we finish, you can, with you and your case, and we sentence you, you can go ahead and log off if there's nothing further. So NCR 20-00362-I in the state of Texas versus Cali Michael Carranza to the offense of possession of marijuana of less than 2 ounces, a Class B misdemeanor. It is a judgment of the court, sir, that you are guilty as charged. And what is the state's recommendation?
Yes, Judge, state respectfully recommends a $100 fine plus court costs plus 1 year Hidalgo County Jail probated over 1 year, plus a drug education course, a defensive driving course, and a drug patch for 3 months, Judge.
Okay, and Mr. Fonseca, any questions or requests on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. We were asking that this also include a dismissal on two other cause numbers, the ones number 59 and number 60, which are CR 20-1194-2-I and CR 20-11943I, Your Honor. I also feel that this stems out of a federal case as well, where he did 6 days federal detention, home confinement for 52 days, 30 days of home incarceration, 60 days of home detention, and probation for 300 days as part of the federal case. So I do feel that the 1 year is a little bit excessive, Your Honor, but we respectfully ask for any consideration from Your Honor. Also, in looking at the judgment, I was a little concerned that number 18 has a alcohol monitoring device with camera. I don't feel that state's not asking for it. I just wanted to be clear on the record that these alcohol related recommendations are not part of the agreement, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll give the state an opportunity to respond.
That's correct. Everything that Mr. Fonseca said, Judge, is correct. We will be tendering a dismissal on those two cases, and we are not recommending any kind of alcohol monitoring device.
Okay. So then, and can you confirm then there will be a dismissal to a plea on this. So it'll be dismissal of the resisting arrest, search, or transport and the racing on highway.
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. So then the court will give Mr. Carranza 90 days to pay the fine, 90 days to pay the court costs, will reduce the probation, and it'll be 6 months probated for 6 months. And the rest of the recommendation I will follow.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Mr. Carranza, what is your phone number?
956-586-7125.
Okay, probation will contact you at their earliest convenience. Make sure that you answer them.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, anything else?
No, on behalf of Mr. Carranza, Your Honor.
Okay.
Nothing from the state, Judge.
Okay, and then to number 72, Brandon Molina. Mr. Molina on CR 1913826-I, State of Texas versus Brandon Molina for the offense of driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. It is the judgment of the court, sir, that you are guilty as charged. However, I'm setting aside the finding of that guilt because you're asking to be placed on pretrial diversion program. The pretrial diversion program is a program where you are making an agreement with the state that you can comply with certain conditions. Upon completing those conditions successfully, the state will in turn dismiss the charges against you, sir. Did you have an opportunity to review the packet with your attorney before signing it?
Yes, I did. We were gonna go for the probation because I couldn't get the insurance.
Okay, so Mr. Fonseca,
I haven't had an opportunity to speak with him. Mr. Munoz was here earlier. Mr. Molina, pretrial diversion, it may sound like probation, but it's a much better opportunity to, once you get successful completion, this case will be dismissed. So you'll still be under community supervision. Once the recommended time period has passed with successful completion, it will be dismissed. So this is probably what Mr. Munoz is recommending. So I would also follow that as well.
okay, well, he did mention that he couldn't get the insurance.
Oh.
Can the state verify that he did comply with that prior to placement?
Your Honor, the plea paperwork that was filed was not PTD. It was the probation.
Jump in the back. I gotta go to the office. Just sit back here.
Hold on, thank you. Okay, so then the paperwork that was turned in was the probation?
That's correct, Your Honor.
So then that's when I mean, I don't know, Mr. Fonseca, do you want to wait for Mr. Munoz to be able to do the plea himself, or?
I would feel a little bit more comfortable considering that I don't want to subject Mr. Molina to anything that would adversely affect him. I can, if Your Honor, if we could be temporarily excused, I can call Mr. Munoz. Maybe he can clarify.
Yes, okay, so I'll temporarily excuse you and just check back.
Yeah.
Judge, I'm sorry, there was a note on Odyssey which said PTD placement, but it's a deferred adjudication plea.
Okay, well, I'm still gonna give, it's a lot when you step in for an attorney and because then you also step into the role of the responsibility of that attorney. So I'm gonna give Mr. Fonseca the opportunity to contact Mr. Munoz. And if Mr. Munoz wants to set this for another date when he can personally do it, that's fine with me, but I'll temporarily excuse you to do that.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, no problem. All right, so Mr. Ramos, no, I'm sorry, Mr. Alanis, you're on CR 20-00359-I.
Yes, Judge.
In the state of Texas versus Jose Javier Reyes to the offense of driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. It is the judgment of the court, sir, that you are guilty as charged. And what is the state's recommendation?
Honor, state recommends a $300 fine plus court costs plus 1 year deferred adjudication plus an alcohol class plus an interlock device for full term plus 90 days Texas driver license suspension and 20 CSRs.
Okay, any questions or requests on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, I'd ask this honorable court to consider having the interlock device if it needs to be placed for half the term. And as far as the suspension, Judge, he already had the suspension by DPS. We'd ask it to perhaps make a ruling that it run concurrent with that, so that way he can continue to drive.
Okay. So wait, Mr. Sosa, put the recommendation back on the record. You said $300 fine?
Yes, Judge, for Mr. Reyes, it's going to be a $300 fine plus court costs plus 1 year deferred adjudication plus an alcohol class plus a interlock device for the full term plus 90 days Texas driver license suspension and 30 CSRs.
Okay. So, all right, the court will grant the defendant's request as to the 90 days Texas driver's license suspension to run concurrent with any administrative suspension. The interlock device will stay on for the entire year. Will stay on for the entire time. And is your client working full-time? Mr. Reyes, are you working full-time?
Yes, ma'am, I am. I work nationwide with the company I work for.
Okay, then I'm gonna waive your CSR hours and I'm gonna give you 90 days to pay the fine, 90 days to pay the court costs, and the rest of the recommendation I will follow. Okay.
That sounds good to me.
What is your phone number, sir?
956-525-9578. Okay, this device that you're talking about, what is this?
It's a Guardian interlock device. So you
Where
can't
does
start
that go?
on your vehicle. So
I have no, can I mention something? I do not have a vehicle.
I'm sorry?
I do not have a vehicle.
Okay, so you rely on other people for transportation?
The company provides me with the rental cars.
Okay. So in lieu of that, is the state requesting that the interlock device be changed to a mobile alcohol monitoring device?
We'll defer to the court, Judge.
Okay. Ms. Lozano, do you have an issue with changing it to?
No, Judge. If it's a deferred, we leave it up to the discretion of the court.
Okay, then I'll switch the interlock device to a mobile alcohol monitoring device. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So I got the phone number. Probation will contact you. And just speak to them. They'll give you a list of vendors. Okay, sir?
Okay.
All right. You are excused.
Thank you, Judge. Happy holidays.
Thank you. Likewise. Okay, Mr. Mankey, on CR 21-13532-I, State of Texas versus Joseph Lee Klechek. Mr. Kletchik, it is a judgment of the court, sir, that you are guilty as charged. And what is the state's recommendation?
Yes, Judge, state recommends a $100 fine plus court costs plus 1 day Hidalgo County Jail credit for 1 day plus a drug education course and a life skills course.
Okay, Mr. Mangi, any questions or requests on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor, that is our understanding.
Okay, Mr. Kletchik, do you have a job when you get out?
No, ma'am, I'm a student.
Okay. Do you have a phone number?
Yes, ma'am.
Well,
no,
you're not gonna be- okay, because you're not gonna be under probation. Okay, so I'm gonna waive your fine and waive your court costs in consideration for the time that you've been incarcerated. I'm gonna grant and I'm gonna give you credit for the 1 day that you have spent in jail. The drug education courses, you're gonna take that when you get out, but I'm not gonna require him to do the life skills course. That can be waived.
I'm sorry,
Thank you
Judge,
very
can
much,
you
Your Honor.
repeat the last part you said?
I said that he will do the drug education course, but I am waiving the requirement for him to do the life skills course.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes. And so, Mr. Kletchik, where are you a student at?
HM King High School.
Okay. So you're still in high school?
Yes, ma'am.
Where is that high school?
In Kingsville, Texas.
Well, I really hope that you can find a way to get back on your feet, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Anything else?
No, Judge, thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay. Mr. Ramos, what number?
Number 85, Judge.
Thank you. Okay, CR 21-03585-I, State of Texas versus Jose Armando Solis. Mr. Solis, I know that you're, okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I know you've been trying to work at the same time. All right. So then it is a judgment of the court, sir, that you are guilty as charged. However, you are asking to be placed on the pretrial diversion POM program. So I'm setting aside the finding of guilt to see if you successfully complete that program. So that's a contract between you and the state of Texas. And if you're able to complete it successfully, then the charges against you will be dropped. So was there anything on there that you could not complete successfully?
No, I completed everything.
Okay, so Mr. Ramos, any questions or requests on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor, and I'm certain that Mr. Solis is going to comply with the terms, and hopefully on the 60-day, we'll report back and get this case resolved, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Solis, what is your phone number?
361-648-6681.
All right, you'll return back here on February the 10th at 9:30 a.m. And that'll just be if you've complied with everything, okay?
I have a question. Like, am I gonna get a probation officer, or how's?
Oh, Mr. Solis, I can talk with you about that afterwards. Okay?
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, anything else, Mr. Ramos?
Nope, nothing further, Your Honor. May we please be excused?
Yes,
Thank you, Judge.
thank you. Okay, Ms. Duvernay?
Yes, hi, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Juarez, it's CR 21-0787-I, State of Texas versus Jose Ricardo Juarez on the offense of driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. It is a judgment of the court that you are guilty as charged. And on CR 21-07174-I, State of Texas versus Jose Ricardo Juarez for the offense of driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. It is a judgment of the court that you are guilty as charged. And what is the state's recommendation on each of those offenses?
Yes, Judge, it's going to be the same recommendation on both cases. And it's going to be a $100 fine plus court costs plus 180 days Hidalgo County Jail, probated over 13 months, plus an alcohol class, plus an interlock device for 7 months, plus 90 days Texas driver license suspension and 20 CSRs.
Okay, Ms. DuBernay, any questions or requests on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor, we're asking this honorable court to waive the 20 hours of community service since my client is currently working a full-time job, and that the 90-day driver license suspension run concurrently with the administrative suspension by DPS.
Okay, those two requests will be granted. Are you also asking that they both sentences run concurrent and he only have one supervisory fee?
Yes, I am also asking for that to run concurrently, Your Honor. And just so that I may add, for number 88 on your docket, it was a CR-21-07175I. That case, the POM was going to get dismissed in return for the plea of the number 87 on your docket, CR-21-07174I.
Okay, the court is granting your request. The two sentences will run concurrent and there'll be one supervisory fee. Mr. Sosa, can you confirm the dismissal?
That's correct, Judge. We'll tender a dismissal as soon as possible.
Okay, the dismissal will be tendered on CR 21-07175-I in exchange for the plea in CR 21-07174-I. Okay, Mr. Juarez, your phone number?
956-520-1447.
Okay, so Mr. Juarez, do you already have an interlock device?
Yes, ma'am. I actually have it here with me.
Okay, so just continue on that. That's the mobile, or isn't that the mobile?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So you already have the mobile alcohol monitoring device then?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so then he has the mobile alcohol monitoring device. Is the state requesting a swap or for him to continue on the mobile alcohol?
We'll defer to the court, Judge.
Well, if it's going to be deference to the court, then it'll be a mobile alcohol monitoring device that he'll continue with. Ms. Soto, have you been receiving reports on Mr. Juarez?
Yes, Judge, he has his mobile device safety check. This last report, he did have 11 missed tests. I did make contact with him and he provided me with his work schedule. He was missing the last test. I went ahead and adjusted the testing times. So he should not be having any more missed tests.
Okay, well, just continue to stay in close contact, Mr. Juarez, with the probation department, because if you don't talk to them, then all I'm going to see is violations. Then I'm going to bring you in. And now, if you have a violation, it'll actually be a motion to revoke your probation and have you taken into custody. Okay, so just continue keeping in good contact with the probation department. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay, anything else, counselor?
No, I have nothing further, Your Honor. May I be excused?
You certainly may.
Happy holidays.
Thank you. Likewise. All right. In number CR 20-02186-I, State of Texas versus Ivan Maldonado Lopez for the offense of driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. It is a judgment of the court, sir, that you are guilty as charged. And what is the state's recommendation?
Yes, Judge. State recommends a $300 fine plus court costs plus 180 days Hidalgo County Jail prorated over 1 year. An alcohol class, an interlock device for half the term, 90 days Texas driver license suspension, and 30 CSRs.
And in exchange for this plea?
We will be tendering a dismissal on the POM CR 21-03123-I.
All right. Any questions or requests on behalf of your client, Mr. Munoz?
Yes, Judge. I would just ask if he could have time to pay the court costs and the fine, Your Honor. In addition to that, Judge, his license was previously suspended, so we would just ask if the driver license suspension could run concurrent with the administrative suspension. And also, the court will consider waiving the community service hours just because my client is working full-time, Judge.
Okay. And Mr. Lopez, do you have an alcohol monitoring device or an interlock device?
Yes, ma'am. I have a mobile device.
Okay, so the court is going to have you continue on the mobile alcohol monitoring device. You'll have 90 days to pay the fine, 90 days to pay the court costs. The court is granting your attorney's request. Your 90-day Texas driver's license suspension will run concurrent with the administrative suspension. In lieu of you working full-time, I am waiving the CSR hours. The rest of the recommendation I will follow. Mr. Lopez, can you please give me your phone number?
Sorry, ma'am. 956-867-3586.
Okay, Ms. Soto, do you have a report for Mr. Lopez?
Yes, Judge, he has his mobile device with safeguard and there's no violations.
Okay, great. Okay, Mr. Lopez, continue the good work and hopefully you'll be done with this soon.
One question, Judge. How long do I have to keep the mobile device?
It's
How much
half the
longer?
time, 6 months.
You'll have to keep it for another 6 months.
Oh,
And then
okay. Just
after
wanted to know.
that, yeah. And then after that, you don't have to do it anymore. And that's if you continue to do well.
Okay.
Because
So
you're doing
actually,
good.
sorry.
It's okay. You're doing good. You have 0 violations. So just continue with that.
Okay, man. So one quick question, Rhea, I'm sorry. So after this date, when I reach 6 months, I don't have to use the mobile device, right?
Correct, provided that you continue with no violations.
Okay.
Yes. And, you know, God willing, you don't pick up another criminal charge because then you're going to be dealing with a motion to revoke this probation.
Oh, okay, man.
Okay, I'm sure your attorney will fill you in on all those.
Okay, thank you, man.
Okay, so you take care, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Likewise, may I be dismissed?
Yes, you may be dismissed. Mr.
I'm
Munoz?
running to work. Sorry.
It's okay.
May I be excused, Judge?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, I see you, Mr. Sanchez. Hold on, there's somebody in front of you. All right, Mr. Fonseca?
Yes, Judge, I was able to clarify with Mr. Munoz. He did he did agree that it is supposed to be deferred, not pretrial diversion. I don't think he's able to meet the requirements to satisfy that.
Okay. Then going back to CR 1913826-I, Mr. Molina, as I was stating, for the offense of driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor, it's a judgment of the court that you're guilty as charged. However, I will defer that finding of guilt for the amount of time that you will be on deferred adjudication, which it looks like will be 12 months. So depending on how you do on that, then we'll take up the finding of guilt at that time. But I'll allow the state to put the recommendation back on the record and go ahead.
Yes, Judge, my sincerest apologies for the confusion. I saw a note and I was confused. The state respectfully recommends on CR 19-13-826-I a $300 fine plus court costs plus 12 months deferred adjudication plus an interlock device for the full term plus an alcohol class plus 90 days Texas driver's license suspension and 15 CSRs.
Okay, any questions or requests on behalf of Mr. Molina?
Not from the defense, Your Honor.
All right. So the court will have his driver's license suspension will run concurrent with any administrative suspension. Mr. Molina, do you have an interlock or an mobile alcohol monitoring device?
No, ma'am.
All right. Then the court is going to follow the recommendation of the state, and you'll have 90 days to pay the fine, 90 days to pay the court costs. But the rest of the recommendation I will follow, okay?
Okay. When I had talked to Mr. Munoz yesterday, he said that since my license was already suspended, before that we were going to try to get that off, and then he was going to try to get the breathalyzer off, so I can just do the probation.
Okay, so your Texas driver's license suspension, that part of it, I said it'll run concurrent. So that means that if
I'm
you've
sorry.
already had it suspended, it's not. But I am not removing the mobile alcohol, the interlock device. Or do you have a car or you don't have a car?
No, that's why I wasn't able to do the program because
Okay.
I couldn't get the insurance.
Then instead of an interlock device, it'll be a mobile alcohol monitoring device. That just has to be on you, okay? And you're gonna have 3 different testing periods. So what is your phone number?
956-478-0352.
Okay. So Mr. Molina, the probation department will contact you at their earliest convenience, sir, okay?
Okay.
All right, well, thank you for your assistance, Mr. Fonseca.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. You have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you likewise.
May I be excused?
All right, Mr. Sanchez?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I've got several cases on your criminal docket,
Okay, the numbers?
70 through 70 and 71. Eugene Miklick, Trey Miklick.
Before, never mind. 70 through 71, is he present?
He should be online, Judge. We sent him the Zoom link. He's a senior at Texas A&M, Judge, and he was in his finals. I spoke with his dad yesterday, also Eugene Miklick. I've known the family for years. He's been approved.
Hold on, I do remember that, and I remember all of that announcement from the last time, and today he was supposed to be placed. However, we've been on since 1:30 and he has not logged in at all. So I don't know, I don't know what the deal is.
I believe it was his final schedule, Your Honor. His dad did call me yesterday.
I do see a Eugene Mikulek on screen, wearing a button-up shirt and glasses.
I didn't see him on there earlier.
Yes, ma'am, I've been here.
All right, so then is he ready for placement?
Judge, I think we're going to need additional time unless all the paperwork has been submitted to the state, Judge. I was on that he had his finals going on.
All right, so then does the state show that he ended up making his payment?
No, Judge, we don't have any record of payment.
Judge, I'm asking for more time. He's been approved. The final schedule really had him kind of out of sorts right now. I'm asking for hopefully a January setting, and if I can facilitate the payment, I will. And he should be set for pretrial diversion on both of these cases by the next hearing.
Okay, so when he's ready for placement, the only thing is that starting after January 1st, all of those will be in person. So he needs to make sure when is he returning back to school?
The 16th, I believe, Your Honor.
So you're returning to school on the 16th, which is the Sunday, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what do I have on the? All right, then it's going to be on January the 13th in person at 1:30.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Okay.
Judge, I also have 39. It should have been, I think a dismissal request of you was submitted. Number 39, John Mozingo, Mozingo.
That was this morning, and yes, it was already submitted.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, your next one.
I believe it's Cirilo Flores, 25 through 29.
That was from this morning's docket, and we ended up having to reset you because there was nobody that showed up. Those numbers are from this morning's docket.
Yes, Your Honor.
He was reset to January the 20th at 9:30 for status.
Thank you, Judge. He's got a slew of cases. We expect this to be a package deal, subject to your approval. And Sarah Ramos, Judge, I think you're familiar with this lady, first and second DWI, 90 and 91.
We haven't seen Sarah today for some reason. You might want to check up on her.
Yes, Your Honor. Would the court give me another pretrial or status setting and maybe just carry the NISI over, or?
I'm not going to NISI her. I believe she's been in touch with the probation department. Ms. Soto, do you want to give us a brief report, please?
Judge, I was looking at her report. She has no violations, but I just requested a report from the vendor and she has not tested, Judge. She's already missed the last 4 tests.
And that was for today or yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday evening and today, Judge.
Somebody needs to get a hold of her because that's not a good sign. She's been doing good all the way up to the date of the hearing. And when someone is having mental health issues like Ms. Ramos's, and also with the admission of alcoholism, it concerns me because we do have a hearing today and I don't know if she relapsed. So until I find out what happened to her, I'm gonna hold over my decision as to what I will do with respect to revoking her bond. So I'm gonna give you some time. She'll be set for January the 13th at 1:30 since you'll already be here. So we're gonna reset her and try to get a hold of her, Mr. Sanchez. You might
will.
even have to go the extra mile and send somebody for a home visit.
I will, Your Honor. We're in close contact with her, and I also agree. I hope she's all right.
January the 13th at 1:30.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Anything else?
No, Your Honor, that's all I had.
All right, thank you. You have a good day.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, Mr. Avila, Jose Luis Avila.
Hola, buenas tardes.
Hola, buenas
Disculpe, sí, mi cita la tenía desde la 1:30 y la abogada que me asignaron pues no se ha comunicado conmigo. La verdad no sé si me puedan asignar otra abogada y ponerme otra cita o yo buscar otro abogado porque nomás no.
Okay, let him know.
Judge, I'm here, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Alvarez is here from the law firm. Let him know, Ms. Castañeda.
Señor Ávila, el abogado Juan Álvarez está aquí de la oficina de sus abogados.
But
Nunca me he comunicado con él.
This is the first arraignment. Let him know that.
Esta es su primer cita con la corte, Mr. Ávila.
Sí.
After today, they'll get in touch with him to see what he needs to do.
Después de hoy, ellos se van a estar comunicando con usted a ver qué es lo que van a hacer.
No me pueden asignar otro abogado o yo
Let
buscar
me
uno.
tell you what's going on, Judge. His wife contacted our office maybe about 2 hours ago and complaining that why the court was taking so long to call this case, and we all have to wait. And Ms. Canales had to tell his wife, so we don't represent you, we represent Mr. Avila, we all have to wait. I've been waiting for 2.5 hours, but that's just the nature of the beast. But she didn't want to understand that, and she wanted to yell at our office and our staff, saying that they didn't want to wait. She didn't want to wait anymore, but he's the one that's his case. And she does not understand that. I mean, I want to represent this young man, and I don't have a problem with representing him, but his wife is getting involved, and I need to talk to him, and they don't want to wait.
Okay.
No, sir, it wasn't that. The thing is that
No.
we were waiting
Hold on. I'm not going to take anything from you, ma'am, because you're not the defendant. And you don't even have a good communication on your thing. So it's going to be him. All right. So don't be talking in his ear, or I'm going to force you or order you to just come and do the arraignment in person. And then nobody's going to be standing next to him. And the whole time that he's been here, it's going to be for nothing. So Ms. Castañeda, let him know that no, I'm not going to assign another person, because if he feels that he has the luxury of picking who he wants, then not to be saying that he's indigent. He can go hire somebody.
Okay, Mr. Ávila, la corte no le va a asignar otro abogado. Usted ya tiene un abogado, solamente que usted quiere ir a contratar. Tiene la lujuria de ir a contratar otro abogado.
Okay.
Este es el abogado que tiene, la corte le dio este abogado.
Sí, lo que pasa es que nunca se comunicaron conmigo y
Let's do this. Stop. Let him know that it's come to my attention that his wife has also been calling here and harassing my staff, and I'm not going to stand for that.
Okay, y también la corte, la juez ya se dio cuenta que su esposa está hablando aquí y nos está hablando mal, y ella no va a tolerar esto.
So, Mr. Alvarez, I don't know, but if he thinks that he can go hire somebody and he's no longer indigent, then if you don't have a problem, I'll allow you to be released from this case, and then he can go hire somebody else.
And that's what we told when his wife called about a couple of hours and said, if you want to hire somebody else, you're more than welcome to. The law allows him to do that. And if that's the case, Judge, I don't mind if the court allows me to withdraw and he can hire somebody else. That's fine with me, Judge.
Okay.
I'm not going to build a county for an arraignment, Judge. I'm not.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Castaneda, let him know that I'm allowing Mr. Alvarez to withdraw and there will not be another court-appointed attorney. He will have to hire an attorney.
Mr. Avila, la corte le va a dar permiso a Mr. Álvarez que se salga de su abogado y la corte no le va a asignar otro abogado.
Tell him he has to go hire one.
Si usted tiene que ir a contratar un abogado.
And he's to be here in person now on February the 3rd at 1:30.
Y se va a presentar en persona aquí en la corte el día 3 de febrero a la 1:30.
3 de febrero a la 1:30.
En persona.
Ok. Con
tell
mi
him
abogado,
that
¿verdad?
With my attorney, correct?
With his new attorney.
Con su nuevo abogado.
Ok.
And tell him he's excused.
Se puede retirar.
Gracias.
Thank you for your patience, Mr. Alvarez. Did you have another case?
I do have one other matter, Janeth Garcia, CR-21-10996-I, Judge.
Okay, and that is number 12 on the court's docket. Okay, so Ms. Garcia, I had issued an ISI out back on October the 28th. Because you are here, I'm going to recall that ISI.
Okay.
And you're here on an arraignment for DWI, a Class B misdemeanor. Raise your right hand. Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're being charged. Well, Ms. Garcia, is your full and correct name Janet, Janeth Abigail Garcia?
Judge, if
Yes,
I
ma'am.
may, I think she also has number 11.
Okay, and CR 1816141-I as well. Okay, so you're being charged with evading arrest, detention, a Class A misdemeanor, and also driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. The Class A misdemeanor carries a potential penalty of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction. For the Class B misdemeanor, that carries a penalty of up to 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $2,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand the range of punishment that you can receive for the offenses of which you are charged?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ma'am, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And counselor, do you find that your client is competent and able to assist you in her own defense?
She is competent, yes, Your Honor.
Then I will make a finding that Ms. Garcia is competent, able to assist you in her own defense, and will enter a plea of not guilty on each of these offenses of which she is charged. And we can do a status hearing. How far out?
Judge, just to inform the court, Judge, she does have another case, not on the same transaction, obviously, because this is a CR-18-16141-I. It's an evading arrest, obviously a different transaction. If we could just put them together, just so we won't have a dual track type of a setting for the court, just judicial economy.
Okay, then I'm also going to allow the state to make their announcement on CR 21-10996-I. What says the state?
Yes, Your Honor, this is a traffic stop, DWI first, notwithstanding state respectfully requests a alcohol monitoring device.
Okay, Mr. Alvarez, any response?
Yes, Your Honor, being that this is just the first time offense, Judge, I don't think there was any accident involved. It's just the first time DWI. I think she might be a good candidate for possibly a pretrial diversion, even though she does have an evading arrest. It might be on foot. Obviously, it's on foot. It's a misdemeanor. We'd ask the court not to burn her with an additional cost of having a device.
Okay, at this time, I'm not going to order her to have a device. What was the cause number you gave me is the same cause number as on number 11. So I can keep both of them together.
Okay, thank you.
And I'll give you some time so that you can request a discovery on these. And
Yes,
just
Judge.
come back on February the 2nd at 9:30, and there'll be statuses for both of them.
February 2nd for status. Do you have a time, Your Honor?
9:30,
Yes, Judge.
and it's February, I don't know if I said, but it's February 10th. I may have
10th.
said it. Sorry about that. Because yeah, we already worked past 5 o'clock, so.
Yes, Judge. You need to go home.
Yeah, Ms. Garcia, we'll see you
Yes.
on February the 10th at 9:30. And ma'am, just as a courtesy, the next time we do not allow sleeveless blouses. You do need to have a blouse on with a
Oh,
sleeve.
I'm so sorry, ma'am.
Okay,
I'm so sorry.
all right,
Okay.
thank you. All right, anything else, Mr. Alvarez?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. You have a
They
good
might be excused.
Yes. Okay, Mr. Moreno, David Moreno.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, are you here on it? What case are you here on?
Is it a DWI?
He's here number 30, Your Honor.
Okay, that's CR 21-10941-I, State of Texas versus David Alejandro Moreno. Well, Mr. Moreno, thank you for dressing very appropriately. So, okay, so are you going to be retaining an attorney or are you asking the court to appoint you an attorney?
If you can appoint one, that's fine.
All right, do you raise your right hand? Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
I will state your full and correct name.
David Alejandro Moreno.
And sir, what do you do for a living?
Right now, I'm a college student, senior. I'm studying mechanical engineering, and I work part-time as a math tutor.
Who's next on the wheel?
Judge, we have Victoria Muniz.
Your attorney is Victoria Muniz. She will contact you. And what is the phone number for you, Mr. Moreno?
956-638-6635.
An email address?
David.moreno10@gmail.com.
I'm sorry, David.Moreno.
Nieto10@gmail.com.
Okay, sir. So we're going to move you to February the 3rd at 1:30. However, this time it will be in person on that date, okay?
Okay, that's fine. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, sir.
Am I dismissed?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You have a good day.
Thank you. Think about going to law school. Okay, take care. All right. Who did they say this? Señora con el niño.
Sí.
Ok, ¿qué es su nombre, por favor?
Diana Loredo.
Ok, ¿usted tiene abogado?
No.
Okay. She's on number 21. Okay, ma'am. ¿Usted está pidiendo que la corte asigne a un abogado?
Sí.
Okay. Ms. Castañeda, please ask her to raise her right hand.
Por favor, levante su mano derecha.
Sí.
The testimony you're about to give, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
El testimonio que está a punto de dar es la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad.
Sí.
Yes.
Please state your full name for the record.
Por favor, diga su nombre completo.
Diana Yosabeth Loredo Rodríguez.
Diana Yosabeth Loredo Rodríguez.
Okay, ask her if she's working.
¿Está usted trabajando?
Ahorita no.
Not right now.
Does she have children?
¿Tiene niños?
Sí.
Yes.
How many?
¿Cuántos?
6.
6.
Is she on government assistance?
¿Está usted en asistencia pública?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, is she living in Hidalgo County?
¿Está viviendo en el condado de Hidalgo?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, the court is going to find that she is indigent. Who is next on the wheel?
Edna Cedillo, Your Honor.
Okay, let her know that her attorney, court-appointed attorney is Edna Cedillo.
Ms. Rodríguez, la corte le va a apuntar a la abogada Edna Cedillo.
Ok.
Please ask her for her phone number.
¿Qué es su número de teléfono?
956-983-2269.
956-983-2269.
Okay, ask her if she has an email address.
¿Tiene usted un correo electrónico?
Sí.
Yes.
Es Diana Loredo 30@gmail.com.
Diana Loredo 30@gmail.com.
Okay, let her know that they will contact her as soon as they can.
Ok, alguien se va a contactar con usted nada más que puedan.
Ok, gracias.
Okay, anything else? Ask her if she has any other questions.
¿Tiene alguna otra pregunta?
No, todo está bien.
No, everything's fine.
All right. Okay, let her know that she's excused and that her next setting is going to be on February the 3rd at 1:30. However, that will be in person.
Ms. Rodríguez, su próxima corte va a ser el día 3 de febrero a la 1:30 de la tarde, pero esa va a ser en persona.
Ok. Gracias.
Thank you.
Okay, please tell her she can disconnect.
Ya se puede retirar.
Gracias.
All right, okay, who is on? This gentleman has been so patiently waiting and he cannot connect. He can't hear us because he's not connected to audio. A message has already been sent to him and I don't think he knows how to use the chat. And I would hate to remove him.
The 1+ North judge?
Yes. I don't know who he, like I want to put him in the, I've already disconnected him once so that when he reconnects, he can put the audio. And if I put him back in the waiting room, I don't know. He's not, I don't even know who the gentleman is, but okay, let me see. Galaxy J7 Star, who are you? Galaxy J7 Star. El señor en el teléfono designado a Galaxy J7 Star.
I think he's trying to hear, but
Oh my God. Unmute. There, can you, oh, he's unmuted now. Raise the volume.
Esperando porque viniera.
There, I can hear you.
A ver si oye mi nombre.
Yes.
Ah,
Señor.
pues, sí, bueno.
Señor, sí, ¿qué
Sí.
es su nombre?
Carlos Ramírez, Carlos Alfredo Ramírez Hernández.
Ok, no se me vaya de ahí porque si no, todo esto para nada.
Ok, ok.
Ok, ahí quédase, por favor.
Ah, bueno, ok.
No. Hold on. What
32.
number?
32.
Okay. Señor,
Sí.
ask him, Letty, if he's asking for an attorney to be appointed or is he going to hire somebody?
Mr. Ramírez, ¿está usted pidiendo que la corte le ponga un abogado o usted va a contratar un abogado?
Pues que ya había puesto un abogado, ¿verdad? Pero pues me dicen que no me aparece. Que no
I
aparece
had already
que
put
nadie
one,
está
but they're
abogando por
telling me
mí.
that nobody's showing up.
Okay, well, ask him what he wants to do because he needs to get arraigned.
¿Qué es lo que quiere hacer a Mr. Ramírez? Porque necesitamos hacerle su primer corte.
Sí, pues, ¿cómo le podría hacer para, por el abogado o qué?
Either he hires one or he has to qualify for one to be appointed.
O usted contrata uno o tiene que calificar para que la corte le apunte un abogado.
¿Me pueden asignar ustedes un abogado?
Can we assign you an attorney?
Ask him to raise his right hand.
Por favor, levante su mano derecha.
Do you swear that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Jura que el testimonio que está a punto de dar es la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad.
Claro que sí.
Yes.
Okay, ask him if what to state his full name for the record.
Diga su nombre completo.
Carlos Alfredo Ramírez Hernández.
Carlos Alfredo Ramírez Hernández.
Sí.
Okay, does he currently work?
¿Está usted trabajando?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, ask him if he works full-time or part-time.
¿Trabaja usted a tiempo completo o mitad de tiempo?
Tiempo completo.
Full time.
Okay, how much does he clear a month?
¿Cuánto hace usted al mes?
Pues es que como acabo de empezar a trabajar.
Because I just started working.
I need a number.
Necesito un número.
No, que necesito un número.
Sir, tell him not to be talking to anybody else.
No.
He's in court. He needs to talk to me.
Mr. Ramírez, no puede estar hablando con nadie más. Está usted en corte.
Ok. Necesita un número ¿como de qué? Perdón. O sea, una cuenta de lo que hago el mes, ¿o qué?
Sí.
Tell him to get his camera back on.
Por favor, prenda su cámara.
Off the record, I think we scared him. Mr. Ramirez, answer.
Señor Ramírez.
Let's reset him for February the 3rd at 1:30. Oh, the other guy. Okay.
You did it, Judge.
Almost. Okay. Hold on. Or maybe, how do you do it married the other way? Sir, I would hate for him. That's not right either.
It says it's connecting to audio again.
Oh, there, he connected, the check mark came up.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's muted, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Oh my
There
gosh,
you go.
you're gonna cause me anxiety. You've been so
I didn't know if you were. I didn't know if you were. I'm sorry,
You've been
ma'am.
so
I didn't.
Let me
This is
tell
my
you
first
what I
time
was
using it.
struggling doing the whole time. I was writing this backwards just so I could get you to say your name.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm
do you know
sorry,
how
man.
hard
This
it
is my
is
first
to
time.
write this backwards? Oh my God, he
What's up?
froze. Okay, what's your name?
Vincent Ramirez.
Hi, Vincent. Your attorney was on for a long time.
I was right there.
I know, but since you're not connected to audio, you won't
Yes.
hear us. And he was looking and he said, man, it's not like him. So,
this is my first time using it. That's why, I mean.
oh my God, you're about to cause me a heart attack here. I think your attorney is Sergio Munoz.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Munoz was like, Vincent. Oh my gosh. Yes, if you're not connected to audio, you're not gonna hear it.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, well, I feel so bad for you because you have waited so patiently. You're one of the first ones on. Your attorney was on. We could have gotten you done today.
Yes, ma'am.
And now you're gonna have to come in person.
When is that?
Do you work? Wait, what number was he again, guys?
33, Judge.
Thank you. Hold on.
Yes, ma'am. I work. I actually work Monday through Friday, and I'm out of town. So
I know. Hold on. Okay, so we had reset you to February the 3rd at 1:30, but it would have to be in person unless, do you have an alcohol monitoring device?
Oh, no, ma'am.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, the only thing I can tell you is unless they can catch your attorney and see if he can log back in.
Okay. Can I call?
No, you don't move. You do not move.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
gonna ask my staff real quick to see
Okay.
if they can, do that. So you work out of town?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know
Ms.
what
Bianca.
we'll do? Yeah, you know
Ms.
what
Bianca,
we'll
are
do
you
is,
calling Mr. Munoz?
I was about to call him.
Okay.
Or do I hold off?
okay, hold on. You know what, Mr. Ramirez, we'll work it out with your attorney. For right now, look, just kind of keep the date February the 3rd at 1:30, but
Okay.
we're gonna work it out. Okay, so we'll deal with it then. But now you know how to use Zoom.
Yes,
Too bad
yeah,
it was
okay.
at a 4-hour wait and
Oh, I know. It's
All
because I
right.
was waiting for a long time. I didn't know. Yeah.
no,
So
you
then
were super patient. I actually thought you were frozen a few times. You didn't even move. So you were
Yeah.
super patient. Okay,
sorry
don't
about
worry. All right, Vincent, we'll let Mr. Munoz know that you did check in, okay?
So then I just call her. I just call tomorrow during the day just to see where I'm at, or.
Or he'll call you if he needs
Okay,
to.
ma'am.
If not, just kind of keep that date February the 3rd, okay?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Okay. All right, the rest will take care of administrative because they did not check in and they don't have attorneys, so we'll work off the wheel.